Let me tell a tale of a world where heroes walk among us, fighting through the darkness left by monsters and by selfish men. A tale of glory rent asunder, sacrifice and battles lost. Our heroes know not what awaits them, and still they carry on.
Hello everybody, it is I, Pixel, once again, with the delightful cast of Ages of Ainor presents the Siege of Castle Rend. And we are here for our finale. And I have just now realized, for some inscrutable reason, that some of your faces are in slightly the wrong places, which I need to fix. So stand by, everyone. Peter. Okay. Great. Well, hello everybody. This is going to be the finale, the long-awaited finale of the Siege of Castle Rend. I just want to say off the bat that I have been extremely blessed to work with all these folks. This has been an incredible adventure and super fun, and I'm very excited to see how it all pans out in the end. We are going to be finishing up the Strongholds and Followers adventure, the Siege of Castle Rend, which is by MCDM. If you are interested in the supplemental rules that we've been using for this, exclamation point SNF in chat will get you a link to the Strongholds and Followers book. Exclamation point KNW in chat will get you a link to the Kingdoms and Warfare book. We're kind of using rules from both books. We're using Warfare from Kingdoms and Warfare. We're using the Stronghold rules from Strongholds and Followers. It's a bit all over the place, but we are doing our best to kind of be true to both of those delightful supplements to 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons. And then, first things first, of course, when we are in chat, try to remember, you guys, that we are looking at map screens, that you'll be seeing the DM perspective. You'll be seeing things that I have put there. Some of them are slightly transparent and grayed out. That basically means that the players don't know that those things are there yet. So try not to spoil anything oh my god, there's a bunch of soldiers in the other room or whatever, right? Because the players don't know about that. And if they start to hear about those things from you guys before they see them on the screen, it will, make it harder for them to enjoy the surprise. So the folks on screen may be hanging out with you guys in the chat, trying to sort of just react to what's happening on stream and converse with you guys as we do all this. So just be respectful of the fact that they are doing that. And try not to spoil anything for them. Secondly, of course, please remember that D&D is a complex game with a lot of rules. We are also improvising a story together as a group, so we may play fast and loose with the rules. I may make stuff up on the fly. I, in my infinite ability to not be a perfect dungeon master, may forget a ruling and have to make something up, or I may just decide that I want something to work differently in a circumstance, whatever, right? So, if we are trying to remember a ruling and you are in chat and you happen to know what that rule is, you can feel free to type that in as quickly as your little fingers can input it into your keyboards, or swipe it into your phones. But if the moment passes, we're not going to go back and change it. Please don't lose your minds. We're here to have fun and tell a fun story, not to make sure we get every single rule of Dungeons & Dragons correct. It's never been a problem before, but, this is the internet, and we do want folks to, know the kind of way we operate our space here. Thirdly, speaking of that space, we do want to try to keep that as open and welcoming a place as we can, to the extent that that's possible on the internet. So we do try to keep that internet toxicity to a minimum. So we won't be putting up with anyone being abusive or hateful in chat, whether that's to other viewers or whether that's to players on stream, regarding anything from their character choices, their knowledge of the game or rules, their role playing, or anything else about, them as people or their characters or the game in general, any of that kind of stuff. Again, doubt that's going to be a problem here. Never has been before, but we do want to be upfront with the kind of game dynamic we are trying to foster here. A couple of other things. Quick note is that this is the finale of this adventure. There is a follow-up adventure called The Regent of Bedegar that takes place at sort of indeterminate amount of time after the end of the events of this adventure, which is very exciting. Most everyone is going to be... I need to like mute this now because I'm getting too many blips from you guys. Okay, most everybody is going to be returning for that adventure. We have already discussed Jacob and Kinsey unfortunately will not be able to return for that adventure due to just life circumstances. We are sad to not have them back with us, but we do have, fingers crossed, we have 2 folks that will be joining us that I'm very excited about. So we have found folks to sort of help fill those enormous shoes. This is not a comment about foot size, just the quality of the talent and delight to play with the people who have been playing with us. So that adventure, theoretically, if all goes well, over the next month, will begin on, I think it is October the 7th. In the meantime, on the weeks where we would be playing this adventure, we have a couple of other things in store for you guys. So on September the 9th, I will be running a level 20 one-shot adventure with some folks that I have picked out. So those folks know who they are, and we are working on those characters now. That should be very exciting to see some high-level D&D, some wild stuff. I've asked the players not to clue me in on any of their like character choices or design choices. I'm not going to alter the adventure to counter any of their abilities. These are level 20 characters sort of in the prime of their power, and I have a crazy adventure picked out, and we will just sort of run those 2 things into each other and see what happens. And so these guys are being unruly in the Roll20 chat. So that should be very, very exciting. And then, of course, on September the 23rd, we have the even more exciting debut of Bonus Mom's first time DMing on our stream, which is going to be amazing. I will be helping with that to sort of run the technology and all of that kind of stuff. But Bonus Mom will be running an adventure by one of our friends, James Pianca, who is a game designer. He's worked on Magic the Gathering. He's currently working in a sort of video gaming space. I'm not sure the exact company he's working for. He'll be here to tell us about that before the adventure, because we actually are going to be lucky enough to get to meet him. And he is going to do an interview. And so all the other folks who are going to be doing that adventure with Bonus Mom on the 23rd of September will be doing interviews with Bonus Mom beforehand. We're going to be releasing those as podcasts. And then I think we maybe are planning to do an interview with James Pianca and then also interview him before the episode a little bit. Just a little bit TBD on all of that, but we'll announce that as those things come up. Very exciting. If you have not heard about the podcast, Bonus Mom is starting a podcast, Bonus Mom's Tavern, which we are very excited about. So our actual play episodes of D&D will now go into that feed. They'll be labeled as AOA Presents, the Siege of Castle Rend, episode whatever, or Curse of Strahd, episode whatever. Those are all still up there in the same podcast feed, but we will be adding in extra sort of Bonus Mom chat episodes where we do sort of half-hour interviews and discussions about D&D. We'll also be doing chats about all kinds of things as time goes on, so that's very exciting. ! Podcast, and you can get the link to that. We asked last time, but if you wouldn't mind to just run over there at some point and drop us a review or a follow or a like on that feed, that helps out tremendously with the podcast feed, and we would love that. Also, if you prefer to, watch shows like this in podcast form, those are there if you ever want to go back and rewatch our old backlog. As well as we have a Patreon for that. So it's been recommended to us by the folks that we're doing the podcasting through that we have a Patreon for you guys, for those that want to support. We do want to make it clear that there's no expectation that people support us in like every single avenue. So, we have the Twitch channel and the Hammer and Pixel channel, and Bonus Mom has her own Twitch channel, and now we have a Patreon. there's no expectation for you guys that you support us in all of those avenues. If you choose to do that and that's financially something you can do, great. We are more than thrilled for people to support us however they want, but just know there's no expectation on our part of that. You are no less of a kiddo and no less of a member of Ages of Ainor if you can't afford to support us in any way, or if you just watch the shows and just enjoy the stuff, whatever you guys can do. We don't want you to feel like we're trying to have all these different ways that we expect you to support us. But the Patreon folks currently at the $5 level, if you subscribe, will get early access to all of the episodes that go up. So the Bonus Mom Chat episodes, you'll get a week early, and the Ages of Ainor episodes following the streams, you'll get those 3 days earlier than everyone else. And then if you support at the $3 level, that's basically just, you wanting to offer financial support to the show to help us be able to continue to kind of put out this content, which takes a decent amount of time and effort to coordinate and make it all happen. We will be coming up with further tiers and things like that as we come up with ideas of what to do with them, but it's all pretty fresh at this point. And you can hit !podcast in the chat to get those links. You also can !Patreon if you prefer that link as well. And then a reminder, of course, that we do release the episode on YouTube during the following week. Like I said, it'll also come out on the podcast. So if you have to miss part of tonight, it's not gone forever, and you haven't missed your chance to see everything that we have to offer you. You can check us out on YouTube. It will now be going up instead of on Sundays, usually, hopefully, by Wednesdays, because we'll be releasing it to podcast patrons first. So, and then it'll go out to the general podcasting population as well the same time it goes up to YouTube. So, whew. That was a lot. Annoying Bonus Mom tremendously, I am sure. She thinks I'm too long-winded with those things, and I happen to agree, but it is what it is. So, friends, for one last time with this lovely cast of folks, before we begin, if you would please go around and introduce yourself and your characters, and then we will get started. So, off the top, Bonus Mom, for the last time with this crew, who are you and who are you playing tonight? And do you have chat inspiration? Okay, I'm done now.
Hey everyone, I am Bonus Mom, and I'm absolutely delighted to be here tonight. And I don't have anything to say because Pixel just took literally an hour and 45 minutes to tell everything about me. I will just say this in his lengthy introduction. I had enough time to ponder the thought that my character, Perdita, is actually an example of onomatopoeia. And that is something we just don't think about often enough in the world, that there are words out there that actually the sound that they make has been incorporated into a word, and I just love that. I hope it's good enough for chat inspiration because I don't have any. The other thing is I do not expect anyone to support me except you, Pixel, and I'm hoping that you'll support me in my older life as you pick my not funeral home. You pick my nursing home, and you're kind. Yes. Thank you.
Wow, what a revelation.
The end.
Jacob.
Hi, I'm Jacob. I don't have chat. I'm Soren Fairtown, and it's my last time here with you all for this campaign. I play Soren Fairtalon, the Twilight Domain cleric, Owlin. I do not have chat inspiration. I am so happy to be here. Thank you so much. This has been a wonderful ride.
I, for one, feel personally vindicated that everyone's been so focused on coming up with unruly and clever things in the Roll20 chat that they have lost the thread of what's happening in the introductions and are scrambling to get themselves back on track. Very good, very fun, exciting times. Bonus Mom, you got chat inspiration from Ace, and Cassie Crochet has given chat inspiration to Jacob.
Oh my God, thank you so much.
Kinsey.
Thank you, Ace.
Hi, I'm Mackenzie. I play Fair Naref, Air Genasi monk trained in the ways of the four elements. You can remember my character because I am bright blue. I am excited to be here. Very sad that it's the last time in this campaign, maybe, or at least for a little bit. But happy to be here. Happy to see what happens in combat because I'm just a little guy. This is a big battle for just a little guy.
Amazing.
I do have chat inspiration.
Very good. Beast.
Hello, everyone. Welcome again. If it's your first time, you're late. I'm Beast. I play Raz Hiskers. And if it's your first time, you're really confused. The Tabaxi Valor Bard. So happy to be here. I'm going to love this. If you were here for last episode, you saw me completely geek out about warfare, and you're going to watch it happen all over again. So thanks for being here.
Yeah. Also,
And I am fully inspired.
you've got
Thank you
inspiration.
very much.
He Who Waits 23 is giving you a hit dice. If you're at max HP, which you are, you can add that as temporary HP. But everyone know Roz can't get any more. That is the only redemption for Roz on this particular
Flying. Give
episode.
it all. Give it all.
So, great. Jesse.
Oh, sorry. I was in chat being an idiot. Hi, I'm Jesse. I am the Jokage of the Village Hidden in the Memes. After you're done watching all of Pixel and Bonus Mom's content, you can see me over at spectrosofa.youtube.com/link- something. I don't know. Spectrosofa is the name of my channel. Come and see me anytime. We do all kinds of fun things over there. Let's see. Splish. That's the onomatopoeia of Silas's End of Night when I end up dying, which I'm sure is going to happen. So anyway, I'm not inspired by chat. I am inspired by the DM, and I'm ready for more juice. So hit me when you can. But that's me.
Beautiful. And, of course, for the last time with this crew, but not the last time in general, Enna. Nope, Taylor, you're a human and not a character. I've done it again, friends. You guys could probably play a drinking game for Ages of Ainor streams where you drink anytime I screw up somebody's name. Jacob's already playing it.
We're gone. We're already
Jacob's winning.
I'm Taylor. I play Enna. Yeah, this has been so fun, and you'll definitely see me around more. I'll be hanging out and chat with everybody. I've been playing with Bonus Mom in some of her streams. We've been playing Stardew and Fall Guys, so you'll probably see me around doing all that fun stuff. So yeah, and thank you, Jacob and Kenzie, for hanging around us and playing with us. It's been so nice meeting y'all, and I'm sad to see y'all go, but thank you so much for joining us. It's been a lot of fun. So it's bittersweet tonight. For sure. So let's all get our booties kicked, but in a good way.
Alrighty, folks. And of course, I'm Pixel. What's up? You can find me now here on Twitch at twitch.tv/hammerandpixel. And you also, as I've said numerous times before, not only can you find me here as the Dungeon Master for Ages of Ainor, you already have. Congratulations. You've reached the promised land, friends. So super excited to be here tonight with everybody and doing this show. Like I said before, we'll have a level 21 shot next month. We'll have Bonus Mom's thing next month. We will have our normal, regularly scheduled episodes of Curse of Strahd, and then we will theoretically be starting the new new episode of this show, the Region of Bedegar, on the first Friday of October. So, with all of that having been said, and for the last time, with this crew of adventurers...
1 second.
Yes. Ace also gave our onomatopoeia friend Jesse inspiration. And does everybody have chat inspiration now in our group?
I believe Miss Sneaky gave it to Enna as well. Did Enna already have it?
Yeah,
No,
Enna.
Yeah. Aw, thank you.
Okay. All right. So having been interrupted, like I did to Bonus Mom, she's gotten me back already. And as I stated before, for the last time, when last we left our heroes, the morning dawns, cold and clear, in the ruins of Castle Rend. A week's frantic efforts have already begun to see changes to the broken edifice of the old castle in the forest. The long abandoned ruin now home to sights unthinkable mere days before. Hasty attempts to fortify the broken walls. Trenches dug, stakes placed, inexperienced soldiers drilling in the yard of the old stone keep. Temporary patches to the roof and the second floor of the castle. Consecration rituals undertaken by an elf and an enormous owl in the old chapel, rededicating the space to the saints under the provision of Enna. Repairs begun on the ruined tower in preparation for an arcane research lab for Silas Blackhand, newly minted Count of Rend. Edmund Bedegar, heir in exile to the seat of the barony, trained with Silas and Perdita among the common soldiers, the ragged refugee fighters from Territon under the command of the taciturn and severe Geir Brennison and his well-weathered half-brother Oren Orenson. The Air Genasi monk, Farron Narath, made their way hither and yon from Gravesford to Castle Rend, coordinating the workers and escorting them through the dangerous woods on more than one occasion. And a strange assortment of fighters assembled. Raz Hiskers summoned a platoon of mighty Tabaxi mercenaries. Perdita rallied the old guard, old and nearly retired Bedegar cavalry, who had served the old baron and served the old baron's bloodline one last time. The old and ruined keep in the woods was coming back to life, but today it would be a place of death. The morning dawns, cold and clear, in the ruins of Castle Rend. Dew clings to the blades of trampled grass in the courtyard, and the soldiers' tents scattered around the castle, as well as the sky just above the tree line to the east, transmutes through shades of purples, pinks, oranges, and yellows. Just before dawn, life begins to stir in the once dead stone edifice. The tension in the air hangs heavy and suffocating, clinging to every hushed word spoken and every rigid and uneasy movement, a blanket over the scene like the morning dew. Today is the day. Events set into motion, colliding with one another. Who can say where the waves of the ocean have their start? They simply come, one on top of the other, some bigger, some smaller, some deadly. Was it when Tace sent 6 misfits to Gravesford with a package for his apprentice Pinna that all this started? Perhaps it was when Lord Saxton, the usurper, appointed Sir Peloton, the Star Knight, to impose his rule on the outlying villages. Or perhaps when the White Tusk Orcs slaughtered the old Baron's family. Perhaps when Saxton sought them out and paid them to do so. Or perhaps even further back, perhaps when Mandrake the Betrayer sold out his fellow Dragon Knights and defected to serve St. Ajax the Invincible, which led to the death of good King Omund and the destruction of this very fort some 50 years past. Or perhaps some eddy in the shallows far, far beyond that could be said to have caused all this. It is impossible to say, and in the end, it seems unimportant as we stand on the shore, staring down the endless wave of marching time, some bigger, some smaller, some deadly. Regardless, we stand on the shores of time on the broken walls of Castle Rend, and soon the waves of Sir Peloton's armies will throw themselves onto that shore, to crest and break and attempt to throw down this ramshackle castle made of sand. But unlike the sea and its waves, today something stands against him. The best Territon and Gravesford could muster. Desperate folk defending what's left of a home. And 6 misfits among them. An elf cleric and her pet mouse. A scarred Tabaxi mercenary. An Air Genasi monk. An Owlin cleric in heavy armor. A soft-footed Tabaxi spy. And 1 human man. A wizard trained in the Elven Blade Song and the newly minted Count of Rend. Today will hinge on the decisions they have made and the decisions they will make. On this morn of battle, where do we find our 6 misfits?
Eating a hero's feast.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Very good.
Soren
So,
was
yeah.
gifted from the Saint Rune one free casting of Hero's Feast when he received the blessing of Afa. He has mustered a wondrous feast for the six and any, I assume the generals, so Orin and Gear,
Mhm.
and maybe Triangle
And Garks.
and Garks. Yeah.
Okay.
Plot twist. This is actually Six the musical.
Yes.
So, the Hero's Feast from Saint Rune the Temperate is actually significantly more demure of a feast than you might expect. We have a table filled with homely wooden bowls with goblets of very low content, beverages.
Table beer.
And however, I think the way that this feast works is these plates and bowls. It's not that you have this feast of items sitting waiting to be taken. I think when you sit down at your place at the feast, the food you need today just sort of appears on your plate. So let's start with Roz Hiskers. What appears on Roz Hiskers' plate on this morn of battle?
Roz has an entire liver, raw and bloody, full of good vitamins. Yes, and next to it, a large jug of milk, still warm.
Excellent. What about Enna? What does Enna have on her plate this morning?
Emma has a bowl of potato soup with all the goodness that a potato has, butter and cheese, and not bacon because she's vegetarian, but lots of potato. Just so much potato. I love potatoes.
Perdita.
Perdita looks down, and in her bowl is a feast of shrimp and scallops. Oh, there is luscious flounder there, and all beautiful things of the sea. It is all broiled, however, and well, there is not a lot of butter there like there would have been a few weeks ago. But the calamari, yes, it is fried. And as she picks up the little loops with her claw and twirls them around and tosses them in the air, she catches it with her tongue and gently sucks the calamari into her mouth. As she does that, just a little bit of cocktail sauce drips down her chin.
All right. Soren.
Soren being ever temperate as his faith requires, has a small roasted rabbit with a small glass of juice, some fruit juice, and a single shot of rye whiskey.
Excellent. And Farron.
I think Farron would have a thick stew served on top of some rice. It's filled with many root vegetables that we would have grown in the community garden, and then a glass of berry wine that we were allowed to have near the end of summers after we had harvested all of our community fruits and vegetables. Just a nice meal that reminds them of home.
Excellent. And Count of Rend. Silas Blackhead.
Silas, distracted as his Tabaxi friend is tearing into what he assumes is still, absolutely bloodied liver, looks down and sees a bowl of what almost looks like water. But as he tastes it, it reminds him of something his mother made impoverished cabbage stew that she made for him when they had nothing. And it reminds him of her. And he quickly remembers how disgusting it is. Not that she can't cook, they just had nothing. And he focuses for a moment and just tries to get himself some chicken and waffles.
Okay. Yeah, I think the plate is open to requests, and so the soup sort of like fizzles and just sort of like kind of turns into ectoplasm for a second, and the plate is like kind of just wet as the whole thing sort of dissolves, and then that quickly dries, and then chicken and waffles just sort of like up in its place.
And trying to keep it down, of course, from the show that is Roz.
Excellent.
Can I tell you a secret? I'm actually lactose intolerant.
And so those of you partaking in the feast will gain a few benefits. You are cured of all poisons and diseases, which is irrelevant at this moment. I don't think any of you are poisoned or diseased, but you become immune to poison, which I think means the poison condition. It doesn't say poison damage, so it's a little unclear there. And being frightened, and you make all wisdom saving throws with advantage, and your hit point maximum is increased by 2d10, and you gain that many hit points. So make a note of what your current actual real maximum hit points are, but your hit point maximum is temporarily increased by 2d10. You can all roll those d10s yourself, if you don't mind, and gain that many sort of max hit points. So,
just for clarification, when they say poison, they mean the condition and damage.
And damage, okay.
As confirmed by Jeremy Crawford. I don't know if it'll come up.
Wow, that's really good.
Thanks, Jer.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, Jer Bear.
Yeah.
It's 16 for Soren, 13 for Farron.
Okay. Yeah. Also, reminding everybody to please call out your roles for the folks listening on the podcast. It will help them tremendously to know what's going on and how things are playing out, rather than us just reacting to what happens. Folks at home in chat can generally see these things, but it does help those folks listening in the podcast format to be able to have us speak them out. So.
Roz got 7 extra maximum hit points, and earlier, when He Who Waits granted Roz a hit die, rolled a maximum of 8 plus 2 for 10 temporary hit points on top of that.
Very good.
Beefy Roz.
Indeed.
Perdita got 5 extra hit points, so she's at 38 instead of 33.
Okay.
I also rolled a big, beautiful 7. So there we go.
Very good.
I rolled a 15, and my max is 46. Math is hard. Hold on. 61. Yep, 61.
Very good.
Nice.
Okay, was that everybody? I've lost track, so I don't know. I just want to make sure we've got everybody. Okay, so you all sort of have this feast. Many of you are there probably together, and then slowly begin to filter out as you prepare for the day at hand. Is there anything in particular anybody needs to do or prepare, or any scenes that need to happen before we go ahead and jump into the matter at hand?
Sorry, really quick. Who's going to keep the crystal that the mouse has?
Well, it seems to me, are there only certain people who can have it, or could any of us have it?
Was it? It did something to, like, what, your intelligence or something, right?
Yeah, there is a handout in the magic items for the Castle Rend items, the Psionic Crystal.
My inclination is that the Count himself should have it to determine what it should, if anyone should need it, but I don't know if it would help him. But that seems logical to Perdita.
Oh, yeah, he should absolutely have it.
Yeah, it seemed like an intelligence-based caster is probably the best.
Yeah,
And I'm
so
the fastest,
I
so if
will
I need
just
to get
say
into
the-
range or get out.
Yeah, the abilities on this are like a lot of magic items, actually not really dependent on any of your stats. Anyone can use this thing. It has its own save DC that's not dependent on your stats, and any damage that it does doesn't get modifiers from anything that you have. So, feel free to,
Well-
but, you know, whatever you all want to do with that, I'm just kind of letting you know mechanically that's how that sucker works. So,
The first ability from the crystal is like insane.
What?
So
That might actually work really well on Farron.
I was about to say Farron. Amplify with Farron would be crazy
It
powerful.
would be stupid. Yeah.
accurate. Yeah.
And a lot of these
So-
seem to work well for like a melee character.
Yeah. So we really want someone who's hitting a lot. And that's
I'm
our little
absolutely
guy.
fine giving that to Farron, or adding it to Perdita's sneak attack might work. I'm that's up to y'all. But I think Farron, like a Fury of Blows with that is just nasty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Farron, I'm happy to, yeah, if you want it, it's yours.
I could take it. What would I have to do, like, if I were to use it with Fury of Blows? Like, how would I?
So it requires attunement, which you'll have plenty of time to do that. Attunement is basically you just sort of like attune the item to yourself over a short rest. You'll have plenty of time to do that. The Amplify ability takes one action to cast and lasts for a minute. So it's not something you're going to be able to cast and leave up. You're going to have to do it probably when battle starts. And so your first turn, if you wanted to use this, you would use Amplify. And then for the next minute, as long as you maintain concentration, so you can lose concentration on it, every melee attack you hit with deals an extra 3d8 psychic damage, which is a crazy amount of extra damage.
Yeah.
So,
and
Yeah,
on
he's
top
done.
of that, it only takes 4 charges to activate the Amplify ability, and you have 12 charges in the crystal. So you can do it 3 times in a day. So 3 whole minutes is 300 rounds of you just beating the shit out of people.
yeah. And again, it does require concentration. So if you get hit and lose concentration, you'll have to cast it again, which will take an action.
Right.
Okay. So you all sort of approach, and Arrow sort of like digs in the bag and sort of like in his little paws holds up the crystals and says, here you go.
Thank you so much, little buddy. And I gently pick it up, and I realize that me taking this crystal means that Arrow's not going to be able to talk.
I won't be able to squeeze. And then Arrow just sort of like dips back into Enna's bag.
Not so intelligent now, are you, mouse?
That was a bit rude. Unnecessary.
He is cuter now.
Tiny little mouse fists out of the pocket.
Okay, so Farron, you are attuning to the Psionic Crystal. You can add that to your inventory, and we will help manage that with you. Who is going to have the horn and be blowing the horn for the orcs in battle? I believe
Soren has it.
Soren has it. Soren will have another sort of job in this battle to be doing on Soren's turns. So I don't know if you guys want to pass that off to someone else, or
Does anyone else want the orc horn?
Monsieur the DM,
Yes.
who will be making the battle decisions for the orcs?
whoever blows the horn, I think. So let's real quick talk about the units. So the old guard is the cavalry that has been mustered. Perdita mustered those cavalry, so I think it makes sense for her to be in charge of them. You guys can change any of this if you want. It's not locked in stone. The crew has been offered to help Silas. You have the Yowling Commandos. That is definitely Roz.
No way I'm giving that up. Sorry, guys.
We have the Blue Dragonflight. They are the unit that you guys can summon from the magic armor that you found. I don't even think anyone has to be wearing the armor to summon it, although, that's whatever. But whoever summons those will control it. And then you have 2 units of Gears infantry and a unit of Orin's Rangers to sort of put in for different people to control, basically.
Remind me, who did Enna or Soren take the armor?
Anna has the armor.
Okay. So Enna, if you want to control the blue Dragonflight, I will tell you they are your highest tier unit and sort of your biggest, heaviest, nastiest hitters in this battle. At least until the thing that Soren is trying goes off, if it goes off.
Yeah, on like the 1 of 100 chance that we get it.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
The infantry. So they're an infantry unit, which you were using archers last turn, and they're a little more tactically, complex than running the archers. So I will leave that up to you guys how you want to handle that.
And
You feel good about it, Taylor?
Yeah, if you want to command them, we'll help you through any decisions you need to make.
Yeah, I just might need a little help because I also have the tree guys. So
the tree guy actually will be in the combat, not the battle. So when you go to fight Peloton, there will be a big tree guy trying to stomp him and his friends with you.
He was partaking in the Heroes Feast. I want Trangle the Treant was partaking.
All right, Trangle the Treant. Okay.
What did Trangle eat?
What did Trangle eat? Trangle just took his big hand and just like placed it down on the plate, and this like soil and water just like magically kind of wrapped around his hand, and then it just like with this glowing green energy, Trangle just like sucked power out of the soil. So Trangle gets a temporary plus 10 HP.
He's a vegan.
And I guess I should roll for Garx as well. There's no way you guys are going to let me get by without Garx Brooks, who rolled almost max HP. Garx gets an extra plus 18 to this. Okay, so
deadly.
All right, Trangle is getting what, plus 10 to this?
He's growing on me.
Okay, this is okay. Bam, crazy.
I would burn that off.
Okay, and then so let me find. I gotta find Garx Brooks now. I guess I should put Garx. Where did I even? Where the heck did it? Is Garx in the WotC monsters? Because he doesn't need to be there anymore. No. Do I have a sheet for Garx? No, I guess I just left him as a mimic. Hang on, guys. Oh, no, here he is. I put him in PCs, but he actually belongs in Allies Imitator. Okay. And Garx gets an extra 18 hit points, which...
Whoo!
Beefy boy.
wow. Okay. Pop off.
Damn. Yeah, look at him go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ah.
So there's Garx Brooks with his new temporary maximum hit points. Crazy.
Oh, I apologize. One last thing.
Sure.
Just from DMing before, treants have a power that allows them to awaken trees and create 2 additional treants. I would definitely like to have that to happen if that is possible.
I am gonna just go ahead and say no, because that will absolutely. I'll just be honest. That will completely fuck up the balance of this fight to a degree that I am not prepared to compensate for. So
yeah, but Anna rolled like a 98.
And Anna got a treant. And in the future, maybe we can use that to make a unit of treants for you guys. But I think for this fight, there's literally not enough room in the castle. So, they're just physically, you can't get them in there. I've looked at the map. So,
Ooh, Jesse, you're real fuzzy, bud.
Yeah, what happened?
Yeah, I don't know. When that happens to me, I just have to turn my camera off and on.
Back.
No, in the name of the 5 winds and the 7 rings, I bind you, Jesse. I bind you to a clarity of camera focus. I place the 9 seals on your camera to focus on your face. Okay, so Sorry that this is getting a little slow start, guys. Also, folks, be prepared to be in for the long haul on this one. We're going to try and run this until we finish. There's a good chance we'll go over tonight. So just don't be too precious with waiting for 9:30 to come, because I think we'll run over, guys. Okay, so we have Perdita running the Old Guard Cavalry. We have Enna running the Blue Dragonflight. We have Raz running the Yowling Commandos. And we have Silas running the crew. We have 3 more units in question. We have 2 units of Gears Infantry and a unit of Orin's Rangers. We also have the question of who is going to blow the horn for the Orcish unit, which I will tell you is another unit of infantry. It is a tier 2 unit of infantry called the Bloodwalkers. Also, do you guys have those units in your? Did you guys have those units in your handouts?
Yeah. I do.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Want to make sure.
Roz doesn't mind blowing the horn if nobody else wants to.
Who doesn't have a unit right now? Soren doesn't have a unit.
We're gonna have to. Some of us are gonna have to double up.
Yeah.
I have the crew. I am perfectly fine running the Blood Walkers. That sounds awesome.
Farron doesn't have a unit.
Correct.
So we should get stuff assigned. I know Soren may get a unit in the battle from his special stuff.
So why don't we give Farron and Soren both a unit of Gears Infantry? Okay. And then we'll also give Farron the Orin's Rangers unit. Does that seem fair? Because you've done the Archers before, Farron.
Yeah.
And then
I've got Derek McTrippy Dippy.
Yeah. And then if the thing goes off, and we'll talk more about that as the battle goes on here, that Soren is trying to do, then Soren will get an additional unit. Also, folks, and I will also need help with this from probably Beast, there are some fortifications on this map. So you guys have a full keep fortification available to you for the purposes of this warfare battle. What that means is that your units inside the keep get a +3 to morale and a +2 to defense while they are inside the keep. It should be noted that the keep is only those fortifications are on the map. You can see them. They cover the outermost edges. They cover basically the whole reserve and 3 central parts of the center.
Wait, are we seeing?
Oh, I haven't pulled you over yet. Sorry, guys. I'm over here just like talking about stuff you can't see. Bloop. There we go. All right.
Excellent.
So you guys can see now on the map that there are the keep is there. It is in the reserve in the center. So if you let your units have better defense and morale when they're in there, you don't necessarily want to fully just cede your vanguard off the front, right? But your units will be more protected when they're in there. So up to you to decide how to strategically use that. However, as a result, because Sir Peloton's forces are bringing the siege, they will get that same extra activation for their vanguard units that you guys got last time. So just be aware of that. You're on the defensive here. You'll get this huge defensive buff from this fort for any units that you put in there. But Sir Peloton will get an extra activation at the beginning of combat. So,
wait, run that back real quick.
Okay. Do you remember last time in the fight in Territon how when it first started, because you guys were ambushing Sir Anglam's soldiers, all your people in the front line got an extra move at the beginning of combat?
Okay. Yeah.
So in this fight, you guys are the defenders instead of the attackers. So Sir Peloton's units will get to do that to you. However, any units that you put inside the keep, which is delineated on the map by the walls that are there, those units get a pretty substantial defensive boost from the keep. They get a +3 to their morale and a +2 to their defense. So
squares.
The squares, all the squares in the reserve rank have this benefit, and then the 3 squares in the center, basically.
Okay.
And you can look at this imagine that these are the it's not really in real space, but there you've got your towers on the sides, and then you've got the bulk of the keep in the middle, which is those 6 squares right there.
Okay.
So all of those get that defensive bonus. and it goes to your defense and your morale. If you remember, your defense is your first line of defense. When they make an attack test against you, if they fail that attack test, they do no damage to you whatsoever. Their attack is unsuccessful. So getting a +3 to that is like a really big bump to your ability to not take casualties at all for a given unit. So, but again, you don't want to you may choose to do this, but if you don't put any units in your Vanguard, that rank will collapse. And,
don't worry, we'll
anyway.
have a unit in the Vanguard.
Well, so there's a lot of things. Anyway, so we'll let you guys start placing units here in a minute, but I do want to just point out to everybody how that fortification works. Your units can move in and out of your fortification at will, and enemy units don't gain benefits from being inside your fortification, if that makes sense. So like Sir Pelton's units can't get in there and get those bonuses. That's not available to them. It's your fortification. So any questions about that? Because I know that is a little bit of an addition. I'm trying to sort of roll these rules out like a little bit as a time, so that we're not just overwhelming everybody with everything.
Are we still doing the roll 2d20s?
Yes. Roll 2 d20s every time. And if you get a crit, we'll roll extras.
Yeah.
Well, and it looks to me as though some people have rolled initiative and I have not. So is
I think that's from last time.
Yes, that is left over. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
And do we roll an initiative now? And do we do it with the straight D20 and not from our character sheet?
This time, so in the last one we did it without the character sheet stuff because you guys weren't the commanders. This time I do want you all to roll your actual initiatives. So because Sir Peloton and his crew will be rolling their initiatives for their units, which I need to go do now.
Nice.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Well, I did not click on my character because it was not there. So
Nat 20 on initiative means 2 activations. Right? I read that in the rules somewhere.
Okay, does it? Is that what it means? Somebody while I'm rolling initiative for these other cats, somebody look that up for me.
I don't have to look it up because I know that it's not true.
God dang it. Nice try.
I have read the rules. I know. I'm so sorry. But also remember, I'm on our side in this fight.
Okay. I'm not going to name all these people because I don't want you to know exactly what you're up against in the fight. So I'm just going to name. We're just going to kind of do this. Okay. So that
would be a dope home rule, though. I will support that cool. As a possibility.
Okay.
For future warfare.
So we'll call this Peloton Henchman 1. Loop. How many of these henchmen do I have? I have
just the one.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. We'll give him 4 henchmen.
The rest are hench women.
Hench persons, I think.
Peloton hench person.
We're actually just fighting one guy in the field with a sword, and we have all this full armor.
Hench person 3.
And the sword is
we all
broken.
individuals.
Wait, it's a trick. Oh, there's 2 of them.
And then, of course, Sir Peloton himself.
Yeah, you got
so
schedule
hench person
wrong.
1,
You just showed
hench
up
person
early.
2. We're going to roll initiative. Oh, it's okay.
In that same flavor, I don't remember this actual documentary in detail, but I remember when I was like 7 years old, I watched a documentary that was about like French and Gaelic warriors and like how they would charge into battle naked as like an intimidation tactic. And there's a like reenactment photo, and you just like you see a hill, and then you see like the tip of a sword, and then you see this guy's face, and it keeps like panning, and he's just fully naked. Like I'm like 7 years old watching just a screaming naked bloody man charging over a hill.
Wow,
hot,
incredible. Okay, and then we're gonna call orcs arrive, and this is gonna be -1 that will happen here.
You want to know a ridiculous random fun fact?
Absolutely.
Yes, we do.
Do you know why we call them barbarians?
No.
Because they're from Barbados.
No, so the Greeks, when they were having battles with all these like tribes north of them, essentially was like, they're basically sheep. That's how stupid they are. Right? they're basically sheep. And what does sheep say? Ba. And they barbarians. I promise. It sounds like I'm making it up. Google this when you have a chance. Yeah.
Barbarian.
That sounds exactly like something the Greeks would make up.
Yeah, they're too stupid to be civil like us.
Look at them with their no clothes and they're running at us naked.
Okay. All right, friends. So, I got to add everybody else. So I don't need these calculators. We are going to do Perdita.
Perdita rolled a 9 for initiative.
Okay. I'm going to need you all to wait a second and tell me that here in just a moment. Because I'm going to.
All right. Well,
Okay.
let's roll an
extra 20. Okay.
For a 23.
Okay. Okay. I think I got everybody in here. Perdita, what did you roll?
I rolled a 9.
9. Okay. Soren.
Your boy rolled a tight 0.
Incredible.
Full
Incredible.
leg.
Okay. Farron.
Lucky number 7.
Number 7. Oh man, they are all going before you guys. Silas, you got the nat 20. What was that number final?
I got a nat 20 for a 23.
23. Also, Soren, you've been granted a hit die from Bonus Bomb. Roz.
17.
17. And Enna.
8.
8. Okay. Okay, so.
Oh.
You gotta add your con modifier. You gotta add your con.
You get your con modifier.
I get a nice extra 2 on there.
Nice.
That's
No.
3 hits.
Okay.
No.
So now that we have done this,
Get 'em all out
what
of
we
the
will
way.
do is we will go in reverse initiative order, and you guys will begin to place your units on the battlefield. So Soren is first. Soren, you are in control of.
Nothing.
Soren control.
You're in control of a unit of.
I cannot click anything.
Okay.
Yeah, we can't touch the
okay.
tiles.
Gotcha. My bad.
Oh yeah, you might have to do the token assignments.
I do indeed. That's my fault.
Soren's just like yelling at a bunch of people with swords, but
Okay. So,
None of them
Soren,
do.
you are in control of this unit of Gears Infantry that I just stuck over there. If you would like to place that somewhere on the battlefield.
okay, Soren will do the generous thing and take up the rear so that we don't get flanked.
Okay. You. Okay.
Assuming it. Beast, you're the expert.
Yes. Even with fortifications, you can be flanked. That is
Cool.
correct. Yeah.
Okay. Next up is going to be Farron. If you would like to place your first unit, you control both a unit of Gears Infantry and a unit of Orin's Rangers. So whichever one you want to place first is up to you.
Let's see. I am going to put some rangers here. Would that be?
I would put them.
You
in
should
the
put them
fortification.
inside the fort. Yeah. They'll get buffs for being inside the walls.
They have to be in the center, right? Because they're
Yeah, they have to be in the
have to go
center,
in the
but
center. Yeah.
you should put them inside the walls. And then what you can do is you can, instead of attacking, march them into the tower, and they get additional benefits from being in there.
Okay. So that's in the walls.
Yes.
And then I have some infantry. I'm going to put them.
Actually, you know
Oh,
what?
you only get to place
Farron?
one unit at a time, and if you have more than one unit, we'll cycle through multiple times.
Farron, Kinsey, I changed my mind. Actually, your first instinct was a better one, to be outside the walls, because then when you do activate, you can move and attack instead of having to do a full move.
Yeah, you can move into the tower and then attack.
Yeah.
Okay. Then that's where they go.
Okay.
I'm just ready for combat. Fucking Farron's gonna light him up.
Okay. Also, Silas, you were going to control the Bloodwalkers when they show up, right?
Correct.
Okay. I'm just trying to get all these units down. Okay, great. I think I've got everybody assigned. If I haven't, I apologize. Anna, you are next. You are in control of the Blue Dragonflight. They are kind of your biggest, nastiest unit of infantry. Where would you like to put them?
Okay. It's not letting me. Oh, there it goes. Okay. I don't know. I was thinking maybe the Vanguard. I don't know. What are y'all's thoughts?
I like them right where you put them, right up front.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
But the only thing I worry about is her getting got from 3 sides.
Yeah.
So I don't know what everybody else is thinking, but
The Yowling Commandos are going to go in the Vanguard. And I actually perversely think that the Blue Dragonflight might be best in the reserve, maybe off to one side, because the Yowling Commandos are very good targets, and you'll see why.
Okay.
But
Okay.
the blue Dragonflight just inside in the reserves will give them buffs so that if they are targeted for attacks, they won't take any damage in those first couple of attacks because we're the defenders. So
Yeah.
keep them safe because they're our highest value, biggest hitters, and then they can roll out and stomp some fools.
smart.
Yeah, I like that. Okay, cool.
Okay. Perdita.
Well, I don't go anywhere, do I? Didn't you say I stay over to
Correct.
the side because I'm
That is
cavalry?
correct. Yep, you're cavalry. Sorry.
The
But
horse.
I have a question about that. I mean, so
Okay.
I am not going to get any benefit of the defense that
Correct.
everyone else
Yeah.
does. I don't need to worry about it.
That is
Okay.
100% true. Okay. I also have to start figuring out what I'm going to do with these units of Sir Pelotons. Okay.
What kind of horse, Perdita, are you riding?
I gotta look at these. How many of these guys do I have?
Well, you know, it's curious about that. Do you think I should be on old Stinky?
I don't think Stinky's ready for war.
I think that for Perdita, because she is a tabaxi, that the horse almost does not matter, and she will probably be on and off horses throughout the whole battle as she leads her cavalry around.
Okay.
So any horse
Nice.
that's nearby is what Perdita will be on.
Okay, you guys.
One
are gonna have
large
1, 2, 3,
donkey.
4, 5.
Now, that could be. She would smack it since she can't smack raws.
Hey, donkeys are nasty. Like, I don't know why war donkeys weren't a thing. They're meaner than shit.
There were war donkeys, actually.
Were there?
Yes. If
Makes
we go
sense.
all the way back to the time of the Sumerians, there is a wonderful tale of Enlil and Enkidu and Gilgamesh. And Gilgamesh is famous for riding in what was called a war cart, which was basically a box on wheels that was copper plated and was driven by 2 donkeys.
That's
Okay, so
awesome.
I'm gonna give.
That's awesome.
So as far back as we can literally find records of human history, we have had war donkeys, my friend.
Do you know, like, I live out in the middle of nowhere in the woods, and there's donkeys everywhere. But
In the woods?
yeah, dude, like,
Just
like
wander
every
in the
other
forest.
just by themselves.
Gather them, you'll have an army.
Okay, folks.
Like
so
you
sorry.
stumble across them like a unicorn.
The first unit of Peloton's foot soldiers has been placed by henchperson 3. They are in their reserve. Next is Sir Peloton himself. He is placing a unit of Knoll Blood Swallows. I'll describe these guys in more detail when we get into once we get through this sort of non-narrative part of this. I've got Peloton henchperson. These guys are a lot stacked up, guys. Peloton's henchperson number 4. We're gonna put here. Okay, henchperson 4 has put a unit. Henchperson 2. Okay. is there. Bam. Roz, you're up.
Boom. Done.
Okay.
Bring it.
Henchman 1. Okay. Or hench person, I'm sorry. Hench person 1.
Hench folk.
Just going to put in the reserve.
Honorable hench member.
Silas, you're up.
So I have Zekru. And they have to go in the Zekru. They have to go in the center, correct?
Yes.
Then I'm going to take a cue from Farron and stick them there as well.
Reminder that if both of your units move out of the center, that the center
collapses
will collapse.
the center.
Right? So yeah, just everyone kind of pay attention
Absolutely.
on that.
We keep the fortifications though, so like.
Well, but yeah, the center. So the center
Actually,
collapses.
to that, Farron, I think it's pretty assured you're probably going to move into the reserve. I'm going to stick my happy ass right here for a bit, and if anything happens, I'll shift, just so you know, if they have a mean ass cavalry or something, I'll get a little extra protection from the fortifications and be able to keep the center. So that's I think that's a good call. What do you guys think?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree.
Yeah.
On top of that, I had a question about this. So can they move into our tower?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
But
If
they
there's
will
no
not
unit in
gain
there.
benefits from our fortifications.
Correct.
Only our units will.
Also, there are your fortifications have hit points, and you guys would, generally speaking, know, you'd almost be assured that they will have some sort of siege engines that will attack those fortifications. Those siege engines also can attack units, but they do, their best thing is fortifications. So just kind of be aware of that. The fortifications, while extremely powerful, also are not necessarily just permanent. So, okay.
Got it.
That was Silas. We're back down to the bottom. Soren, your other unit will show up in a determined amount of time. Farron, if you'd like to place your other unit of infantry.
Would it be okay to move to the front as well, or should I
You should keep them in the walls.
keep them in the walls?
Because they're going to get two free attacks, 2 free activations. Or
Well, they get one free
free
activation, but then
excuse me.
most of their units beat you guys' unit in initiative, right?
So we're gonna get hit real hard a couple of times, and we should keep as many of our units intact as possible.
Yeah.
Okay, so where I have it in the walls, but in the reserve, would that be so that we have
That's
1,
perfect.
2,
Yeah.
2, and then 1 in the rear?
That way they can't sneak past the Yowling Commandos. Yeah.
Okay, then that's where I move.
So that is Farron. Enna, you had 1 unit and you placed it. So.
And then when the Blood Walkers are called, they will arrive as reinforcements in the rear.
Right. And then, so that's, and Perdita, you don't move, you're the old guard. Okay, Peloton Hench Person 3 is going to do this. Okay, bam. Okay. And then Sir Peloton has a unit of Knoll Bone Bows that are in his center. Peloton Hench Person 4, I will just go ahead and give this cavalry unit. Okay. And that is boop. And then hench person 2 can have these guys. And that is going to be everybody. Okay. And then Silas, you don't have any other units. Okay. Are all of you guys' units that are currently on the field placed?
Yes.
Okay. Great. Okay, well, I believe we are going to be ready for things to begin here then, friends.
I can only pray we receive reinforcements.
Okay.
Yeah, as soon as I see the first Peloton soldier, Silas is giving that horn a mean honk.
Yeah, so let's start with that. So, here's how this begins. The day, as we said, dawned cold and clear. The hero's feast has passed our hero's lips. Tense hours pass as the sun slowly begins to rise. A few hours into the morning, you hear it. Horns in the forest. And slowly marching out of the trees, you begin to see the amassed forces of Sir Peloton. In the vanguard, the Knoll Blood Swallows, slavering 6.5-foot tall hyena men, just slinking out of the trees, wearing mismatched and misshapen armor, scavenged and pieced together poorly from the bodies of the humans they have killed and torn apart. Curved, cruel-looking blades. A terror to behold. They approach. We see the Yowling Commandos just outside the castle gates, alone against a horde, with an army at their back. We see units of Peloton's foot soldiers uneasily marching in lockstep with, well, the soldiers are in lockstep. The gnolls, of course, are not really marching so much as clamoring towards your gates. We see additional foot soldiers in their reserve backing them up. We see catapults creaking and wheeling out of the trees as your units begin to take their position in the castle itself. Behind the gnolls, you see another unit of gnolls with bows made of bone, drawing arrows made of bone, tipped with teeth. Massive teeth, tusks more like it, ripped from the mouths of some unnameable pigs, presumably, that must have suffered greatly in the feeding and equipping of these gnolls. And finally, in the forest of the rear, the remainder of Peloton's soldiers guarding uneasily those gnolls. As this begins, Silas, what do you do?
Oh, first thing I'm doing is I'm putting a hail of arrows directly on the gnoll.
You're blowing the horn. They get a free activation before you get to do anything. Sorry, I should have been more clear.
I was about to say, I was like,
should have been more clear.
Okay.
Love the enthusiasm.
Yeah, I am honking the shit out of this horn.
Okay, so you honk the horn. Here's what we're going to do for the horn. We're going to roll a d4, and that is the number of rounds it's going to take for these orcs to get here. So you want a low number here.
Boy, you sure do.
Doran, you want to roll this for me?
Let me blow this horn for you. I will show you how it is done.
Watch me get a 4.
Yeah, you want to roll it? Roll.
I fucking told you, dude.
Soren puts his beak to the horn and no noise comes out.
Just his little owl tongue is just like. Am I doing it right?
Doing that throat thing.
He's got to have lips.
So, a tenuous squeak comes out of this mighty orcish war horn. The orcs will arrive, but it will take time for them to get here.
Oh, God.
I am so sorry.
I said,
Okay, and then Is there anything else I wanted to say? Oh, and then Anna, you are summoning the Blue Dragonflight. The Blue Dragonflight are going to be basically these like spectral dragon knights that show up. What does it look like when you summon them? You're using this armor that you found to call upon the ghosts that you guys sort of cleansed from down inside this very keep.
So how do I want this to look? So the armor glows, and Anna feels a strange presence within her, and she says these weird words in a different language that she's never heard or learned before, and then she hears the call of these dragon people.
Excellent. Yeah, and so with you don't hear it so much as like feel it on this sort of like, it's like when the hair raises on the back of your neck, but somehow that feeling sounds like a spectral ghostly horn as this unit of dragon knights, long since dead, take the field once again in defense of Castle Rend.
Yes, and in the background you can hear just this screech of dragons.
Yes. As they roar, and you can see like lightning breath sort of like shoot out as they signal their arrival. Again, spectral. Okay. And then with that, the horns blow once again, and battle is engaged as the attackers rush the field. So Peloton Henchman number 1, I guess, who has this? I guess Henchperson 1 this is Henchperson 3. Okay, I just need to put these nameplates on people. Henchperson number 1, I think the only thing they have, the only thing they have is in the rear. So Henchperson number 1 so it's a Henchperson 2 gets an activation. They're in the Vanguard. Henchperson 2 is going to step into your Vanguard and is going to attack the Howling Commandos. And Beast is over here like it's the last thing they're ever going to fucking do. Okay. So, they get a +3 to attack.
Earlier in the keep, right before the Yowling Commandos step outside the gate, Raz looks at Miauraya and says, "Try not to lose too many of your lives. I still have a whisker to flake with you."
And Miauraya looks at Raz and says, "You are looking a little thin, cousin. I think you have already lost too many of yours. I will try to protect them for you." Okay. So that is a 16 to hit for the attack
hits.
roll. So that is
However,
1. Yes.
the Yowling Commandos have a very special ability called 9 Lives. Successful attack tests against them inflict no casualties. Successful power tests, however, will inflict casualties.
So, so and that's a custom one that I think I came up with for the commandos. So the attack test hits, but does no casualties. The power test is a 9.
And that fails.
Okay.
So is that the best you can do?
So Peloton's foot soldiers move up and attack the Yowling Commandos. Next, Henchperson 4 does have units in the Vanguard, so they're going to move forward. These units are actually going to attempt to attack Gear's infantry inside the keep, bypassing the Yowling Commandos, hoping that the Gnolls will take care of that shit. They see this unit of like ravening, yowling cat people, and they're like, "Ah, fuck that. let's leave that to the."
It's
Gnolls.
like the actual recent, was it 2020 movie Cats? It's that terrifying.
Yeah.
Ah!
Of course. Okay,
They're all
so
James Corden.
So Gear's infantry. Gear's infantry, that is going to be an 18 to hit versus your defense. Your defense has +3 because you're inside the keep. So I believe that will hit.
15, yeah.
So Gears Infantry will take 1 casualty from the attack, and then that is a successful 15 on the power test. You don't get any bonuses to your toughness, so you will take an additional casualty from that. Oh wait, I'm looking at Gears Infantry. Hang on, I just need to make sure. I think they're the same, but I'm a dummy.
Yeah, it hits and the power attack succeeds.
Okay, I just wanted to check Peloton's foot soldiers. They have this. I think they have the same bonuses. So, okay. I was looking at Gears Infantry on my screen instead of the thing I was actually attacking with, like a dummy. Okay. Oh, also, I need to unmute that. Okay. Great. So that is 2 casualties for Gears Infantry as Peloton's first unit of foot soldiers enter. And then finally, that brings us to Sir Peloton and his Knoll Blood Swallows. So the Knoll Blood Swallows are going to attack the Yowling Commandos. Okay. So they are going... Oh, God, that is a crazy amount to hit. Here come the 2d20s. Okay, so a 7 + 7 is 14.
That meets.
Okay.
Yeah, but deals no casualties.
Deal no casualties. And then 5 + 7 is 12?
Does not beat the toughness.
Does not beat the toughness. Okay.
The Yowling Commandos suffer no casualties.
Okay. Well, actually, they need to make a DC 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. They need to make a DC 15 morale test or suffer a casualty just from the fearsomeness of the Blood Swallows.
That is 17 + 4, 21.
That'll make it. So, despite the fact that these 6-foot-tall hyena person gnolls are like, with this sort of demonic frenzy in their eye, are rushing towards the Yowling Commandos, howling in their own hyena way. For most troops, that would have terrified a full 6th of them off the battlefield just immediately. Today, the Yowling Commandos stand strong. Okay, that is the activation for everyone in their Vanguard, which is then going to bring us... Oh, I screwed up something. Hang on, guys.
Now it goes back to the top.
Yes. Okay. There we go. So, Silas, you are... Oh, and then Silas, you're the one... We'll put the orcs with you, like on your initiative, so they'll arrive in 4 turns after this. You're up.
Okay, Silas turns back. Who is the leader of the crew?
That would have been Willoughby Twobuckle, the ginger
right.
halfling.
Yeah, so he sits there, he sees this like horde of hyenas and soldiers and everybody, and he turns to Twobuckle and just says, "Make it rain!" And he points to the the Knoll bone bows at the backside.
Okay.
Yes.
And Twobuckle says, right then, yeah. And he sort of like gives like a like this whistle and this weird, rogue thief can't hand command, basically. And the crew is going to attack, so go ahead and roll those attacks.
Roll pretty good, please. That'll work. +4 is a 22.
Nice.
Gorgeous.
Okay, where's my bone bows? Let's take a look at these guys.
And the power test is a 16 + 3, so 19.
Okay.
Love to see it.
Yeah, so that's two casualties on the bone bows.
And something special happens on top of that, doesn't it?
That's
Jesse?
correct. So, gorilla, my ability gorillas, giant gorillas come and attack them as well. No, I'm sorry. When this unit succeeds on attack against any opposed infantry or artillery, that unit is disoriented.
Okay. Now, I need to refresh myself on what the disoriented...
Disoriented. Because I have it right here, Pixel.
Yeah. Nice!
A disoriented unit can either attack or move, but not both.
Oh, well.
Unless otherwise stated, this unit condition lasts until the end of that unit's next activation.
Gotcha. So the archers won't be able to move.
Correct.
Gotcha.
True. Yeah. But I wanted to hit them first because I don't.
Yeah, no, it was a good move. And
attack.
If they need to move for some reason between now and then, they won't be able to. Okay.
I'll be right back.
Very good. Where's my... Oh, come on. There it is. Okay, cool. All right, guys. That is Silas. Orcs will arrive in 3 more rounds. Paladin Henchman number 1 is only controlling the foot soldiers in the back, so he gets to do nothing. Roz, you're up.
Okay, the Yowling Commandos are going to attack the Peloton's foot soldiers to their left in front of the blue Dragonflight.
Okay.
Oh, goodness. Well, that's quite bad. I rolled a nat 1 for their attack, which means that nothing happens.
Yeah. So the Yowling Commandos are managing to stand their ground against the Blood Swallows, but the command to attack, to ignore them and go attack these weak pinkskins is... I think in a sense, like Meowraya delivers the command, knowing that would be what Roz wants tactically to happen here. But I think too many of the cats are distracted by the hyenas, they're like baying challenges at each other here at this point. It's like the base sort of animalistic territorial instincts are kicking in, and they're like, no, we're not going to let these motherfuckers step to our territory. And they're just not able to mount an effective attack on their flank because of the distraction of these gnolls.
And then the Yowling Commandos are going to use the rest of their activation to retreat into the keep.
Okay.
Collapsing the Vanguard.
Okay, so...
I will tell you that you can make a follow-up maneuver if you want.
Okay. Oh, yeah, with the Blood Swallows.
The Blood Swallows, yeah.
They're not going to... Well, no, the blood... Okay, we're going to make an intelligence test here for these gnolls, and they have, I'm going to say, like a -3 to this. Or it's really... Well, no, it's more of a command test. We're going to make a command test on Sir Peloton's behalf. They get a +1 to this. We're going to call it a DC 17, so they don't have a good chance of hitting this. For them not to... Yeah, that doesn't do it. So the gnolls charge after the Yowling Commandos, and they actually collapse.
They will need to make a successful DC 8 command test to perform the following.
Ah, okay. Okay. They do. Okay. So, that happens. Thank you for reminding me that that's possible, although I'm sure that just plays into your plan for this battle anyway. Nevertheless.
What plan?
Listen. Okay. No, I don't like that.
It's not like I've been dreaming of this fight for 2 weeks.
Okay, so I'm just going to scoot all these guys up. And then, where's my map? Oh, come on. God damn it. Okay, never mind. So, for the intents and purposes, these trees they actually are going to have a mechanical effect, which is going to give any ranged attacks disadvantage against those guys in the rear. I'm not going to have it impact cavalry, although it probably should. I'm too lazy to think of a good way to do that. That is an OP. So these represent
power checks.
Maybe I don't want to worry about it too much, so we're not going to have it matter at this point. I'll think of something for future battles, but for now we'll just leave it. Because I don't think there's anything specific in the rules about what that would do. Okay. Okay. So, and I'll just collapse their rear is what I'll do. God, I gotta... Stand by, everyone.
A lot of moving parts, folks. Has everyone had a chance to review their unit cards and look at all the fun special abilities?
These are all janked up, aren't they?
Not exactly. But you're going to help me. I love that about you, Roz.
The two numbers that we roll with the 2d20s, the first is the attack and then the second is the power.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to double check.
And if either of them is a crit or both are a crit, then we have fun homebrew rules for that.
Yay. Okay. Cool.
Okay, cool. All right. My
And
Hex has gotten a little funky here.
and Enna, the blue Dragonflight, has an ability that has a recharge, and it says recharge 5/6. So every time your unit starts their turn, you're gonna roll a d6 and hope for a 5 or a 6, because then you get to use it again.
Okay, sorry about that, guys. Okay, so they have collapsed their Vanguard. And you have collapsed your Vanguard. And that's going to bring us to Roz. No, you just did yours, didn't you?
Just
you retreated.
went, yep.
So Peloton Henchperson number 2 is going to go. And let's see, they control, the only thing they control, they have 1 unit of foot soldiers. So these foot soldiers are going to attack the blue Dragonflight. That's going to go well. Okay, they roll like a 6. They roll like an 8 on their attack test. They do not successfully attack the blue Dragonflight. So they attempt to breach the walls and attack the blue Dragonflight. They fail. Then also the henchperson number 2 is going to use their catapults. So the catapults, they can only attack every other round because they have to be loaded. That's the siege engine property. This unit must spend 1 round of battle doing nothing before each attack. This unit can attack a fortification. I'm going to assume that they bring the thing loaded. No, I guess they would have to... I don't know if it comes loaded or not. I'm going to roll just like a D100 here. I don't care what the actual rules are. I'm not going to take the time to look them up.
Yeah.
Okay, that's low, so they're not loaded. So they won't get to attack this round. They will attack next round. Peloton Henchperson number 4 has the cavalry and 1 unit of infantry. So Peloton's foot soldiers are going to go after Gear's infantry once again. Sorry, Gear's infantry. You're the softest target in the front. And the only one they can actually legally attack right now. Okay, No, I guess that is going to hit. Let's take a look. The Peloton's foot soldiers have a +3 to attack. That is a 15 on their attack roll.
That meets.
Okay, so first things that happens then, Gear's infantry takes 1 more casualty. And now must make a morale test, is it?
DC 13.
A DC 13 morale test in order
which is +2 because they're inside the fortification.
Right. So, and you normally get a +1. So Gear, you're going to roll 1d20 +3.
2d20, they are human and they have advantage on morale. And
2d20 +3.
A lot of rules,
Yeah,
folks.
sorry.
18.
Okay, with advantage,
19.
that is a 19. Okay, so you do not take an additional casualty. However, you are diminished, which puts the little yellow pip on you. And then these other guys had rolled a 10 +2 is a 12. That does not meet your toughness, so you do not take an additional casualty from that attack. I don't know why I keep closing that. I need it to be open. Okay. And then they have the cavalry. Peloton's riders. Who is it? I guess Peloton's riders are going to attack Gear's infantry in the rear here.
Yeah, they only have 2 valid targets, and I think it's the rear infantry or the old guard.
Yeah. So they're going to go for the rear infantry. What do we got? Oh, wow.
Hold the line.
Oh, guys,
can we
I
set
haven't
for
been
charge.
I almost haven't been saying no. You have
take a
to.
casualty
They actually
to
have
set
to
the
hit.
charge.
What
Yeah.
was the roll? You're not.
Yeah,
calling
I'm
out
sorry.
the
We're not
rolls.
saying all the rolls. I apologize, guys. They rolled a 3 on their attack test, so they did not successfully attack. Okay. That is Peloton Henchperson 4. Now it is Sir Peloton. Sir Peloton is going to lead with the Knoll Bone Bows, who are going to attack. Oh, man. Who are the Knoll Bone Bows going to attack? I think they are going to go after Gear's infantry. The one that's already damaged. They're going to try and wipe them off.
Now remember, they can't move.
Right.
But they are archers. So
Actually, well, they
attack.
can move if they don't want to attack.
That's right.
Okay.
You can move them.
All right, so God. Okay, so that's a 3 to hit plus what? Wait, they have a big plus. I don't think it's gonna be enough though. They have a +6 to hit. Yeah, that's not going to do it. So they have a 9 total on that attack. Damn, y'all. This is going to be a real easy fight if I can't roll above a 10. Okay.
That'll be real tough if none of us can.
Yeah. That's true. It's going to last a long time. Those 4 rounds for the orcs are going to come quicker than we think.
At least we'll get reinforcements.
Okay, and then the Knoll Blood Swallows, their only legal target is the Allen Commandos right now.
Oh, funny how that works out.
Yeah. So there they go.
That's a 17 plus whatever.
Yeah,
That's
17
gonna
plus
hit.
7 is a 24. That does not deal casualties there. However, 14 plus 7 is a 21.
And that does beat the 14 toughness that the Allen Commandos have. However, the Allen Commandos are really nasty, and they don't go down without a fight. They have another ability called Fang and Claw. When an opposed infantry unit makes a successful power attack as part of an attack against this unit, it suffers 1 casualty.
Yeah. Also, because the Knoll Blood Swallows are fearsome, you need to make an additional DC. We'll make that at currently DC 14 morale test to not suffer an additional casualty. Okay, so the Blood Swallows take 1 casualty, and the Yowling Commandos take 2 casualties. Nope, I did that wrong. Okay. However, the DC of the Blood Swallows ability is going to decrement anytime they take casualties. It's 8 plus their size. So as there are less of them, that will get less fearsome. However, it does have a chance to maybe overcome the incredible defenses of the Allen Commandos. It's almost like maybe I knew a little bit about what I was doing balancing this encounter. Maybe not so much. I don't claim to be as tactical as a person as Beast. But anyway, okay, that is Peloton. He has used his his bone bows and his blood swallows. Is there anything else that they need to do? Hang on, guys. Come on. No, not the bone bows. Quit it. Blood swallows.
I imagine they only get 1 attack, right?
That is correct. Okay, and they have not made anybody be diminished, so their other stuff does not happen yet. Okay, cool. Peloton Henchperson 3 is up. Peloton Henchperson 3 only has these 2 units in this Vanguard. They are going to... They're going to move twice into your tower. They see an opening and they're going to charge. And the other unit is... They'll collapse their Vanguard if they do. No, I think the other unit is going to stay where they are, actually. Okay. Perdita, you're up.
So what you would see when the battle starts is that Perdita runs from her table and scrambles around where the old guard is. And yes, she does sometimes get on a horse and ride around with them. She actually holds onto the horse by her claws into the scruff of the neck of the horse, or holding into the horse's mane. She doesn't like to stay on any one horse for a long time because that is a difficult thing for the horse to endure. So she's up, she's down, she's underneath the horses, and she's very quick now. And we notice that she's not quite the chunky little tabaxi that she used to be. No, she's beginning to look much more buff because she has been working out and running all over the country. Looking at the battlefield, would it be possible for her to encourage the old guard to attack the catapults because she would like for the keep to be protected, or are they in a position where she cannot?
I think so.
Because I
think that they collapsed their Vanguard. So let me go to the map here. Hang on. I'm just gonna move these out. They collapsed their Vanguard, which means that their reserve. Well, no, it means their reserve is the Vanguard.
Yeah, the first rank will always be considered the Vanguard. So I think
so they don't have a rear
protect.
But they're in the center. So I think because there's something.
Rear, that's the Vanguard. And this will be the center.
Yeah. Okay. There just is no reserve.
So I think technically the only legal targets right now for the old guard are the Peloton's foot soldiers in the rear, the Peloton's foot soldiers in the vanguard, Peloton's riders, and these guys here and here.
All right.
And they're
And because you keep
all
calling the
untouched.
same thing over and over, it is very confusing for Perdita.
Well, I'm
But
sorry.
well, that's all right. And perhaps for Perdita's Trish part, bonus mom's part. All right. So looking at this, there's not really anyone significantly damaged. And I think it would be to the benefit to get rid of what is now working as the vanguard. And so she's going to go after the foot soldiers in yes, those foot soldiers. Would that not be a good thing to do?
It's okay, but you have better targets.
All right, will help me because,
sure.
like I said,
hammering the rear might actually be our best bet,
all right,
because
well,
that would
was-
open up the catapults.
all right. So the catapult is not open if I get rid of the vanguard. That doesn't make them move to the front.
If you get rid of these guys, everyone is open.
Yeah. If
Alright.
you, yeah. Well,
I see.
yeah.
I understand. So what we're talking about, if you're on the podcast, is that I'm not going to hit the people in the front. I'm going to hit the people in the back, which will expose everything in the middle. And so that's what Perdita does. And so she rolls 2 d20s.
It's only like the first round of combat, guys. It's crazy.
All right, I rolled a 16. Correct.
that
I just
will
looked at the
do.
big number. So that means that they lose 1. Yes.
Correct. Yep.
And so then my power roll was a 17.
That is also successful.
So there
Because I'm
is
sure
another one.
your dudes have a plus 2 or 3 to power, right? Plus 1, something like that. It beats it.
Oh.
It doesn't matter. It beats it.
It doesn't really matter, does it? But I can pull it up and double check.
It does beat it, yes.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It beats it.
Which means they will take 2 casualties and become diminished.
Yeah. And
Yes.
okay, so then they've got to make a
DC 13 with advantage.
and they get
Morale.
plus 1 to their morale. So they do make their morale test. So they have taken 3 casualties. They are diminished, but they do not take an additional casualty from being diminished. That's Perdita's turn with the old guard.
Yes.
Anna, you're up. You have the blue Dragonflight. They are beginning to. You're backed into the keep. These foot soldiers have just charged in the tower to your whatever direction that is. This is not really that tactical in that way. You've got foot soldiers on either side of you. What do you do?
So I have this ability, Lightning Breath.
Uh-huh.
So I can hit a unit in a rank, but I can't target if there's enemies in my unit.
It's choose any rank, so any row, and every unit has to make a power test. The most tempting target is probably the guys hammering the front walls, but I will say that maybe the squishiest target that's the most likely to succeed is to go in on these guys.
Yeah, I was thinking of this doing the center. Okay.
I'm not going to change it now. Looking back at that, that clearly is for a dragon ability. I should have made it to where it's like just things adjacent to you. That's my bad. We're learning these rules together, guys.
It's okay.
I will say, Beast, if you realized that before I did, and if people realized that while I was designing this fight and didn't tell me, then I have to have words with them later. But
I think I am gonna hit the center.
okay.
If it makes you more comfortable, I've never realized anything in my life.
So what's
That's
going to
fine.
happen? This is an ability called Lightning Breath. So as an action, Anna's going to order the blue Dragonflight to collectively breathe their genetic, inheritance, this magical breath weapon onto the field, and each of the units that the Dragonflight is targeting will have to make a DC 14 power test.
Okay. All right, so the Blood Swallows,
5, 6.
because you're attacking the opposing center, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Correct.
So that's a 26 for the Blood Swallows.
Oh, damn.
Or the Bone Bows, I'm sorry. Bone Bows only have a +4, so that's only a 23. Sorry. And then the Catapults, their power is +3. So that is only a 10. So they failed.
Okay.
So the
A 7.
catapults are going to take 2 casualties.
Oh, it's only a 7. I'm adding it twice. They're going to take 2 casualties. Okay. Even though it makes no sense that they would be able to do that from there, but again, that's on me for designing that, for not really catching that when I put that ability on there. Okay, great. Anything else from the Blue Dragonflight? Any movement?
The movement is up, down, left, right? Not diagonal.
So yeah, you really have nowhere to go. You're boxed in here. Farron, you're up.
All right, so the Rangers are going to move into the tower.
Okay.
And then I think I want the Rangers to hit the Blood Swallows, just because they are very intimidating. Go ahead and try to knock them down.
Okay.
Now, I forget the buffs that a tower gives to an artillery unit. Do you have those, Pixel? I'm looking for them now if you don't.
Hang on. God, I wish these freaking PDFs would stop breaking. That is my only complaint. And it's nothing to do with MCDM, but it has to do with Microsoft Edge sucking, basically.
Here we go. Okay, it will give artillery units +2 to their power test.
Okay.
Okay. So you're going to have to be a 16 defense. That's going to be a tough one. And the Rangers get a plus... Hold on, let me pull up the... They get +3 to attack. So you're going to have to roll 13 or better.
Yes.
Okay.
That's a 12.
So that is...
No,
They get a plus what to what now?
They get a +3. Neither of them. It doesn't hit.
Yeah. So you make your attack on the Blood Swallows, but are not able to deal significant casualties. And that brings us to Soren.
Nope. Farron has infantry.
Farron has infantry. You're right. I'm sorry. Farron.
The infantry is going to go straight ahead to the foot soldiers in front of them.
It's going to be another 2d20. 14 plus...
Yep, that'll...
3.
That'll do it.
Yep. And the power goes through too.
Yep. Okay, so they deal 2 casualties back to the foot soldiers in response. And that actually brings us to Soren.
All right. Soren is praying.
Yes.
With all of his troops, who may or may not be praying. He's not going to try and make them pray if they don't believe, but...
Yeah. So what is it that Soren is trying... Let's clue folks in. What is it that Soren is trying to do?
Soren is reaching out through the connections that he's made with Afa, reaching out to Saint Rune for favor in this battle, for the good of Bedegar and striking down an agent of chaos in Sir Paladin.
Okay. And what if you does anyone remember what rolls? We know it was a D100, right? But what do you recall that I said was that mechanic?
I think that we were going to start with like an 11% chance.
God, I'm gonna have to go back and look at this chat.
I don't remember at all.
I think it's based on the divine intervention rules, which I think is you have to basically roll like a 10 or less.
Yeah. Okay, hang on,
Divine
guys.
intervention
Stand by.
rules are your level or less.
Yeah, stand
So,
by, guys.
Just
I'm
level
just
would be
gonna.
a 6% chance.
Yeah, I think I changed how it worked to fit what I wanted the percentage chances to be, and I think it's loosely based on that, but not very strongly. So, hang on. Oh, I think I sent this directly. I think I might have actually sent it directly to Jacob. I don't know if I posted it in the full chat.
In the Facebook chat or in Discord? Oh yeah.
Okay.
Well,
I said I'll figure out the percent and
let.
let me know. Okay, great. So I think I talked to
Did
Beast
you
about
ever
it.
figure out that percent?
I think,
So I'm
I
gonna
think we
say-
started with, I think it's 10, 25.
Yeah, I'm gonna. So for ease of my life, I'm gonna say there's a 15% chance, and it increases by 15% every turn. So
Okay, so I gotta get an 85.
you gotta get. Well, no, we were gonna go low is better. So in that way, it's based on the whatchamacallit. In that way, it's based on the divine intervention rolls. So you want to roll 15 or lower right now on a D100.
Be with me.
Fuck!
Oh,
I asked for the big number.
rip. Okay, that brings us back to Silas.
It's like Soren's trying to like figure out like a remote on a TV or something, but he's an old man.
He is an old man.
Yeah. Silas is like, you have it upside down, Soren. Come on.
Sword's got his Bible, his holy text upside
down, and he's squinting. He's had to pull his big reading glasses out, and his owl eyes are even bigger.
Something is wrong here.
Okay.
He's actually summoning demons by accident.
I'm just gonna give the hammer to the Null Bombos.
Okay.
I don't like them.
All right.
like them. It's a +4, so D20 times 2. It's a 10, but +4 is a 14.
That hits the Bombos.
However, it's a natural 1 on the power test. So
Okay, so that does
obviously that
not.
doesn't work.
The no
Still
Bombos,
diminished.
however, are diminished. They roll a D20 +1 for their morale test. They're trying to beat what, a 13?
13, they fail.
They do not. They make exactly a 13.
Oh, oops.
Yeah.
So
Just barely.
they are diminished, but they do not take the additional casualty. Okay.
Boo.
Boo. 2 more turns until the orcs arrive. Peloton Henchman number 1 has the dudes in the back and nothing else. Is that right? Yeah, that guy's useless. Roz, you're up.
All right, the Owling Commandos are going to make an attack on the Knoll Blood Swallows. That is going to be a 9 + 5 for attack, 14, which I don't think
14
does not
does not
beat their
hit.
16
Yeah.
defense.
These guys, we have some of the 2 nastiest units in this fight just crashing in the middle, yowling and howling at each other.
And that's about it. They're going to hold their ground.
All right. Peloton Henchperson 2 has this unit and the catapults. So the first thing is is the catapults. The catapults are going to attack the keep. Now let me look. For the fortifications, I have to attack each
section
individually.
Has its own number of
Has its
hit
own
points.
hit points. Okay.
And
So-
I believe your siege weapon will do a fixed amount of damage.
Yeah. So yeah. What's the best choice here?
Oh, actually, sorry. So fortifications have hit points based on their size. This is a size 3 keep, right?
Yep.
Which means that it has a total of 10 hit points. Hit points for fortifications are not assigned to individual pieces. They are for the whole fortification. That means that fortifications occupying more than one space can't be targeted in specific spaces, and they remain standing in all of their spaces until the entire fortification is wholly reduced to 0 hit points.
Okay, cool. So they're just going to make an attack on the fortification. So they are rolling with a +5 to attack and a +3 to power. So they rolled a 17 plus 5 is 22 to hit. And then, okay.
Damaging a fortification.
Oh,
Only
it
unit-
automatically. Oh, so this
Yeah,
unit can
it-
attack a fortification. It automatically hits and deals 1d4 plus 2 damage. Okay.
Right. So they changed the rules. Siege weapons in the old warfare rules were different. In these, they have to reload.
Okay.
And they typically do fixed amount of damage, and they always succeed on those
Okay.
attacks.
So what
against
I'm gonna do, what do I have? I'm just gonna make a. Oh God, what's a token I can use for this? That makes sense.
Oh, for the hit points of the fort?
Yeah, I want. Let me just try.
If you can just pull like a levy or something, we can give it fake hit points.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that, but okay, there we go. This gazebo is the representation of the fort's hit points. It has 10 total to begin with. It just took 3 damage. So the catapults, which only get to attack every other turn, begin to slam rocks into your fortress, dealing damage as bits and pieces of it crumble, but so far the edifice is still standing. And then in the meantime, Henchperson 2's unit is going to attack the blue Dragonflight, which is their only legal target. Okay, so they've got a 19 plus 3.
That'll do it.
So the blue Dragonflight will take 1 casualty, but that power test is a 5 plus 2, so that's 7. Will not beat the toughness. So they do not inflict an additional casualty. Why do I keep closing my things that I need to have up? Pull that back up. Okay. All right. Paladin's Henchperson 4 has the cavalry and one of the other things. So the cavalry is going to go. Their cavalry is going to attack Gears infantry in the rear. I think they think that's still their best option. Okay, their attack from Peloton's cavalry, which I have closed.
Yeah,
is
they hit.
plus
They gotta
4.
succeed.
Okay.
So a few things should happen.
Oh God, this is going to be nasty, isn't it?
One, the attack hits, they'll take 1 casualty. They can now set for charge as a reaction. So if you'd like to make a DC 8 command test with advantage, I think that's Soren, right? You have Gears infantry. Roll 2d20. That's going to pass. So the Peloton's riders will suffer 1 casualty from the successful holding of the line. And then because they crit on the power test, they will succeed, dealing 2 casualties, diminishing
3
them. So make another morale test with advantage, DC 13.
Nope.
You take an additional casualty. Is that... Oh,
Wait,
and because it was a
because it was a
crit. You have to roll an additional DC 15 morale test or take an additional casualty.
And
Those
to
are
be clear for
homebrew
those at
rules.
home,
No.
that last one is our homebrew roll. So
I went from full casualties to 1 casualty.
brutal.
So that's my
Ooh.
only unit. So, hooray.
Peloton's riders just blasted in here against Gears infantry.
The
Okay,
Paladin's riders did take 1, did they not?
did they?
Correct.
Correct.
They
Okay.
did take 1
Thank
casualty
you.
from a successful set for charge.
Okay, very good. I have like no place on this screen where I can put this turn order that it's not going to be in the way of like a bunch of units. So I do apologize, folks at home. It's hard to see what's going on here, but this is where shit gets nuts. Pretty much. Okay, so did they attack your? I think I went with the henchperson first. So the cavalry first. So the foot soldiers are going to attack Gears infantry. That is gonna, I think, maybe succeed on the attack test, but not on the power test.
That's a 15.
Yeah,
or
they've
more?
got a
Yes.
15 to hit.
Correct. So
Okay.
1 casualty from a successful attack.
Okay, that's everything for Peloton's Hench, folks. Okay, so the Null Bone Bows are going to attack Gears Infantry in the rear, Soren's unit. That is 100% their best choice. Oh, the Bone Bows make 2 attacks. I think I didn't do that last time.
You did not.
So their first attack is going against Gears Infantry. That is... Ooh, that's probably not going to do it. On the...
+6, right? It's only a 10.
+7 for the bow. No, those are the blood swallows. For the bone bows, +6. Yeah. So that
Yep,
does not make it on the attack
there you go.
test. They'll make their second attack against that same unit.
Come on.
All right, we're
10
done.
plus 6
Hit.
Oh,
is
no.
19. Okay, so your rear collapses.
Yep.
Oh.
So we will scoot
Gears
these
infantry
guys to
are
the side.
broken.
They are...
Make sure you give them the little red. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, okay. They are broken, and your rear collapses, exposing your center. So, there we go. Okay. That is the 2 attacks from the Bobos. Now it is the Blood Swallows. The Blood Swallows are going to make an attack against the Commandos.
Hey.
Oh.
It's a 16 plus something.
Yeah, so 16 plus 7 is
Gonna hit.
going to hit.
Deals no damage.
Deals no damage.
Suffers no
17 plus
casualties.
7 is 24. So
Which
that is going to deal damage on the power test.
Will and how much damage do they do?
So they deal 1 damage, I think. Let me get in here on these guys. I'm 90% sure. Oh, no, they deal 2 damage.
So take 2 damage. I have to make a morale test to see if they are diminished.
Correct.
That's an 8 plus 4 plus 2, so 6. That passes. That's
Okay.
a 14.
Okay.
So they do not go past diminished, thankfully.
Okay.
And Fang and Claw, the no blood swallows, will suffer 1 casualty for dealing damage to the Yowling Commandos.
Okay. Now, the Yowling Commandos, were they diminished in this attack?
Yes, they were.
Okay. The Null
Or,
Blood
sorry,
Swallows...
They were diminished, but they passed their.
Okay. The Null Blood Swallows will use their maneuver Prey on the Weak. As a reaction to an exposed unit being diminished, they will make a DC 10 command test. On a success, they will make an attack against that unit. So their
that's
command is +1. DC 10 will make it. So they will make another attack, sensing weakness. They will drive in. That is a nat 1 on the attack.
Thank goodness.
Damn.
They all hit each other. They die.
Yeah. So
follow the sword.
they sense weakness and they attempt to burst in and attack the Yowling Commandos, but in their blood frenzy, they can't muster the necessary discipline to follow through on that attack, and they are unsuccessful in driving the Commandos down even further. Okay. Henchperson number 3 has this one sad little unit of soldiers in the Vanguard. No, they have this other one. Okay, so Blue Dragonflight, you've got another one coming at you. And then from this guy over here. That's not going to do. So that's like a 6 plus 3 is 9. So that attack is not successful. And then their other unit is not going to move. They don't really have anywhere to go without collapsing ranks. Perdita.
Well, Perdita is urging her cavalry towards the people in the rear again.
Okay.
And so she rolls the 2d20s, and I do not think that will work. It's 3 plus 4
Yeah,
is
you
7.
can use your inspiration if you want. Don't forget that you guys have
I
that.
do. I can't. Of course, I have a battle coming up later. Yes.
You do.
Oh,
So
dear.
those are
Well, I
that. So
tell
that's
you-
the trade-off. Is if you use it now, you may not have it in the battle later. But
Well, I have 2 inspirations,
That
so
is
let's
correct.
remind myself that I'm using my DM inspiration. All right.
okay. Just go
And
ahead and
then-
roll 1d20 again.
All right.
Oh, rats.
That's
No.
a 2, folks.
That's
I
a
think
2.
she fell off the horse and was under it for a minute. Then everyone got
Oof.
confused.
And the previous roll was a 3. I think we forgot to mention that. Okay. Anna, you're back to the Dragonflight. So your first thing you're going to do is roll a d6. If you get a 5 or a 6, you get your lightning breath back.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah!
Yeah, let's
Okay.
go.
So you have your lightning breath back. You can try it again.
Give it to the bone bows. They got so many attacks.
So
Yeah.
I know that I said that they were the better target last time. The math has changed a little bit.
Yeah.
Now all the guys in the front who are attacking the castle are actually kind of the better target. But it's not my decision.
Yeah.
Yeah. You do what you think is best.
Yeah.
These dice have been brutal tonight on both of us, actually.
They really have.
Yeah,
Person
it's
stinging.
been rough. Just give it to him, Anna. Give it to him.
Anna's
3
gonna say
targets.
quick prayer real quick, and she's gonna ask her dragon friends to use lightning breath on the 3 guys in the vanguard right in front of us.
Okay. We're going to go left to right on these d20s. 1, 2, 3.
They have to pass a DC 13 power test.
So the foot soldiers pass. That's a
I
15.
think it's
Plus
a
2 is
14.
17.
I'm sorry,
They-
was the roll for the recharge, or was that the D6?
Yes, and it was
Yes.
it recharges on a 5 to 6, right? So it
Yeah.
recharged.
correct.
Yeah,
Okay, cool. I just wanted to
so
make
she's
sure.
got it.
Okay. And so the Paladin's foot soldiers passed. They got us 15 plus 2 was a 17. The Knoll Blood Swallows have a 9 plus 7 is 16. And the
Oh.
Paladin's foot soldiers have a 13 plus 2 is 15. What was the number they're trying to beat?
13.
They all
Damn.
pass.
God, brutal, guys. I'm sorry.
Damn.
That brings us back to Farron.
I am gonna have the Rangers. I'm gonna go after the foot soldiers in our vanguard, right in front of the Gears infantry.
Okay. All right, let it rip.
Nope,
No,
Okay, what is the Rangers' attack bonus?
it doesn't hit.
Well, we
It's a
need to
plus-
tell the folks at home how it doesn't
It's
hit,
a
guys.
plus 3. It's
Okay.
a 7 plus
So-
3.
So
Or is it
10 versus 12 does not hit. Okay. Sorry. Okay. And then you have infantry as well.
yes. Infantry's also gonna go after the foot soldiers.
Okay. Oh, that's a nat 1.
All right.
Oof. R.I.P.
It's
guys.
a rough night
this
over
is getting
here
rough,
at Castle
guys.
Rend.
It is. Okay, Soren, you're up. Okay, so you can pray. Also, you can try to remuster your infantry.
Thorin slowly bleeds out on the battlefield.
Listen, I also want to make clear, like, in the fiction of this universe, this battle is happening while you guys are inside fighting Peloton, which is taking place simultaneously. So a lot of this
Ow, I
flavor
pray.
we're throwing out there doesn't actually make any sense. So
Okay.
I don't want to
Um,
get too cute with it, but
Okay, well, I'm going to roll my prayer check first.
okay, you're
and
now
then
up to a
and then I roll.
30%, so 30 or less.
All right. Watch it be a 98.
Yeah.
I'm calling it 98.
Come on.
Nope, 60.
Oh,
Oof. Phew, rip. Okay.
All right, command check.
Yes, you're making a command check to
It is a DC 13 morale
test, and you have advantage on this because you're adapted.
Correct.
All right, I get a +1. Here we go. That's a 13.
exactly.
Yes.
Woo, okay.
Time to immediately get killed by archers.
So Gears infantry gains 1 thing and returns in the what is now the rear, but is currently the center. So
Yes. And do we get to act?
you do. You get to go ahead and
Yes.
activate right away.
Great. We are charging these bucks in the tower.
Also, I'll tell you, people probably have channel points to spend if you guys want to start spending chat inspiration. So that, if you're rolling shit rolls, start using your inspiration. They'll give it back to you, I'm pretty sure. Also, you guys probably have chat inspiration to give each other. So if you get real hard up.
All right, here we go. 15.
That'll do
That
it.
That's
will
a hit.
on Peloton's Foot Soldiers for 1 damage on the attack test. That is a 3 plus whatever, plus 2.
It doesn't. Yeah, the 3
Yeah.
definitely doesn't go through.
So, would you like to use inspiration to re-roll that power test?
You know what? Sure thing. Fuck it. Let's go. I'll burn one of them. That's a 12.
Well
That'll
done.
do it.
12
There we
plus
go,
their
that
power
does it.
will
12 plus
actually hit it.
power.
So that is a second. So Gears
So tell us
Infantry.
about Eric.
Yeah.
Yeah. Derek McTriptip is in the rear. He's bloodied and beaten. Charged by cavalry and savaged by archers. Just covered in arrows. There's a full spear sticking out of his sternum. And then he stands, doesn't touch the spear, and rallies his troops, sword in hand. For my brother! And charges into the tower to deliver a what he likes to think is a decisive blow against these foot soldiers, but really is just the start of hopefully something great.
Okay, very good. Okay, so you rolled for your prayer. You've done your attack. Hoo boy, that brings us back to Silas.
Okay, I'm gonna keep laying the hammer down. I want these bone bows out of here. The 2 attack is just too nasty.
Okay.
So yeah, come on, 2d20s. Oh, damn it.
They're an 11. What's your plus?
Inspiration.
You do have inspiration.
Plus 4. That's a 9.
Yeah,
I do
that
have
doesn't
chat
quite make
inspiration.
it.
I'm gonna burn chat inspiration.
Okay,
So just one more d20.
Jacob, were you burning your chat inspiration as well?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so go ahead
so
and roll one more
more.
d20.
13 plus 4 is a 17.
That will hit.
That'll do it.
Okay,
Yes.
so they've already been diminished,
That's what
so
I
there's
needed.
no worry of that. And then, what is your power? On the crew?
It's a hot little box of rocks. Hold on a second. Power. That is plus 3. So that
Ooh.
actually brings it up to a 12.
So that will, in fact, deal that additional. They're down to 1 casualty for the bone bows.
They're also disoriented.
They're also disoriented. They
They're
can't
also
move.
disoriented.
No movement from the bone bows. We'll put a little icon on them. What's disoriented? Was
Well, no, I just want to be clear. They can choose to move,
They could choose to
but
move.
they cannot move and attack.
Well, they're disoriented. There they go. Okay.
I just want you to know, Pixel, you have the option to move them.
Thank you. Okay.
Two-buckle doesn't
um,
miss.
That is Silas. The orcs will arrive on the next round of combat if you are all still alive. Peloton Henchman number 1 has these losers in the
Oh
rear.
my goodness, we have not been counting points.
Oh, no one's lost any units. Well, you lost 1 unit, but
We
it's
lost
not. It's
one,
not
that's
enough.
already
Yeah.
back.
I just
I forgot
we need
to add
remember
the
to do that
count
because that's how you
points
win.
now.
That's how you win in warfare. You have
Okay,
to
count
the
points now. We're gonna add that. It's at the bottom of the round.
Large. How many points do we have?
Hang on.
Oh
Where
my
does?
goodness! 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, it goes right after Soren. There's count points now. Okay, henchman number 1 does nothing. Roz, you're up.
Doing what I do worst, I guess, which is attacking the blood swallows. That's going to be an 11 plus 5 is 16.
16 is exactly what you needed, baby.
Ah,
Nice.
That
Okay.
is going to diminish the blood swallows.
It does.
They need to make a DC 13 morale test.
Okay,
They have a plus 3.
they do. They've got a plus 3 to this, so that is an
Save.
18 all day.
That
15 plus
passes.
3.
The power test, you got to believe I'm burning any and all
Oh.
inspiration I have to
Okay.
reroll that power
Also,
test.
real quick, the Knoll Blood Swallows have shock troops, so they have gained plus 2. When they diminished your unit, they got even nastier.
Wait, did that give them defense also?
No, just
Oh,
it's just power and attack.
power?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So I re-rolled. I got a 14 plus a 4. That's
Okay.
18, which beats their 16 toughness.
Okay.
They will take an additional casualty.
Okay, there they go.
Shit!
Whew.
We got them on the ropes. Let's clean them off the board.
Okay,
That's
guys.
the Owling Commandos.
All right. Peloton Henchperson 2 has the catapults, which need to reload, so they won't get to attack this turn, right? And has this unit of soldiers, which are going to attack the blue Dragonflight. That's a 2 plus 3. That does not hit. So these guys have been scrabbling at the blue Dragonflight for several rounds in a row. Silas, you have chat inspiration from Have We Met?
Nice, thank you.
So yeah, they are unable to mount that attack successfully. Henchperson number 2, do they have any other units that they control? The catapults, but they're not doing it. Okay, the henchperson number 4 has the riders. The riders are going to attack the crew, who are now exposed.
Delport Brecklin, thank you for the inspiration. However, I just got it.
Yeah, so
Have
who
We
else
Met?
is
How about
missing? Can we
give that back to Soren?
Yeah, if you want, we'll let you choose. But I believe Soren and Roz currently don't have
Roz,
chat.
yeah.
Pick whoever you would like,
That's right.
Declan. Okay. What timing? Yeah, that'll happen. Okay, so that is a 9 plus 4 on Peloton's Riders against the crew. Does that hit the crew? Their defense is 13. That exactly hits the crew. So Silas,
they get a bonus from the thing.
They
from being in
do.
the
Yeah,
tower.
the tower's still there.
They
So
got a +2 bonus.
So that does not hit. Have we been doing that for everybody's units? Okay.
Yeah, I've been
thank
making
you.
sure. Don't
That's a
worry.
lot to keep track
Yeah.
of.
So just to be clear, it's a +2 to defense, but a +3 to toughness. Correct?
Correct.
No.
No. Sorry.
Plus morale.
+3 to defense, +2 to morale. Right?
Correct.
Or I have that.
Okay.
That was right. Yeah.
So the crew's sitting at a 16 to hit.
Okay. Very good.
Sorry, I had that backwards. It's +2 to defense, +3 to morale.
Okay. Yeah, and Delport, will you please choose either Soren or Roz to give that to? Assign it to Soren. Okay, so Roz is the only one who doesn't have inspo right now. Okay.
She's got DM inspo. Don't worry.
Yeah, that's fine. But chat. Okay. Cool. So that was the Riders. And then we have this unit. Somebody attacked this unit last time. Did all the attacks against the foot soldiers miss last time? Or did I forget to tabulate something?
Which foot soldiers? You're gonna have to be a little more
Henchperson
specific.
number 4 is the one directly in front of Gears Infantry.
I think Orin's Rangers missed them.
Okay.
Right, and then Gears
Infantry also missed them? I think they did.
I think so, yeah.
So they are going to attack Gears Infantry. 21d20. No, 2d20s, please.
21d20.
Okay. Well, you've got pluses from your defense, so I think this might actually not hit. So let's take a look.
14 is the number that they need
The
to
foot
beat.
soldiers have a +3. No, they hit a 15.
That's a successful attack.
Okay,
So, Gears Infantry takes 1 casualty.
you can take 1 casualty from the attack, and the power test is also successful. That is a 19 on the power test.
So that's,
That's
2
two
casualties.
for Gears Infantry in the reserve under
Who
Farron's
are,
control.
I believe, now broken.
Yeah. Okay.
Rough.
It's a rough fight, y'all. Okay. That
Don't be
is.
back.
Oh, and they can follow up, can't they?
They can.
So they've got
Yes.
to make a command test. don't they?
DC
Okay.
8 command test to follow up
And
maneuver.
they are humans, so they do have.
Advantage
Okay. And their command is +2. Okay.
+2.
Yeah, that's going to make it. So they charge into the fort. Okay. That is Henchperson 4. Now we have Sir Peloton. What is the best thing to do here? They're gonna make their first attack against Gear's infantry. Okay, that is a 4 plus 6 is only 10. That does not hit. They're gonna make their second attack against Gear's infantry. 8 plus 6. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13,
14.
14. So that does hit Gear's infantry.
It's been fun.
So that,
This Gears infantry?
yes, Gear's infantry in the center.
Ooh.
Yes.
I think.
All right, I'm out of the fight. Jacob is no longer involved.
At least until the prayers come through.
Yeah, well, that won't happen. We know that won't happen.
Oh, man. I mean, you're up to a 45% chance. It's almost an even 50-50. at that
With
point.
these rolls, Pixel.
I don't know. Okay, so that was both
No,
attacks
it's
from the bone bows. Oh, God, it's Blood Swallow's time.
Do it.
Here we go. Okay, so the Blood Swallows currently get +2 to attack and +2 to power. That is a 22 to attack.
That will hit, but
that
deals
is an-
no casualties.
18 plus 7 to power, that also hits.
That will deal 2 casualties.
Okay. So
But also the Blood Swallows will take 1 casualty.
one casualty. Whew. Okay.
It's just wearing them down.
So I think the Yowling Commandos are broken.
That's
Oh,
right.
No.
Okay.
Oh shit.
And the Blood Swallows are going to attempt to make
A follow-up?
a follow-up maneuver. They get a +1 to command. They're trying to beat an 8 here. They fail.
correct.
They're too excited about breaking the
Wow.
Yowling Commandos that they are unable to seize the opportunity to charge into the fray. Peloton Henchperson 3 is going to attack the blue Dragonflight. Um, 5 plus 3 is an 8. These blue Dragonflights are tanking it out, guys. They are just not... okay. Not having it today. This brings us to Perdita and the
Give
Old
it to him,
Guard.
Perdita.
Perdita has what? Excuse me. Perdita has scrambled out from under her horse and is now on it and is urging the Old Guard immediately to attack the Peloton's foot soldiers in the back yet one more time. And so she...
Can I give you some advice?
Yes, you can.
Go after the Blood Swallows instead.
Oh, because they're in such bad shape.
They're
that changes
almost dead
everything.
and they're super duper nasty.
But I have to roll a hell of a lot to get them.
You do. You got some inspiration to spend, but
I got the one inspiration. I have.
and
my
they're
chat
also the other
inspiration.
thing is they're a tier 3 unit, so they're worth 3 points. Knocking them out is going to do you more good if you can manage it.
7 plus. What do I get for that?
Your attack
I
bonus.
think they have a...
I
I think
things
it's a
moved
plus
around
3.
on my page, and I don't
So
have.
It's a
that-
+4. It's a +4 for the old guard.
Okay, so
That's
I just
11.
That's 11.
every time I move to the Old Guard, I lose my chat. So will someone help me? I don't even remember what I rolled.
You rolled a
It's
7.
a 7 plus 4,
It's a
which
7.
is
Is
only 11.
and that does not hit.
Yep.
So I did
You could
nothing.
burn. You could burn some inspiration.
All right, let me try it again. My roll 20 is rolling around on me like crazy. Okay, I'm just rolling 1,
Oh, God.
and it was not good. I tell from the
No,
sound.
it was
I
a
can't
4
see it.
plus 4 is 8. Damn.
All right,
These rolls are killing y'all tonight, guys. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
this
very
is,
sorry.
And, well, on the bright side, neither of those would have really... I mean, you might have knocked 1 unit off that Peloton's foot soldiers, but it wouldn't have really helped you all very much in this scenario.
When we take a break, Pixel, I need you
So,
to
Anna,
look at
roll a
this
d6.
roll 20 for me.
Okay.
We're back.
Hey,
We got it back.
So,
Ooh.
alright.
You got a 50-50 shot. The bone
Yeah.
bows are awful, and the blood swallows are also awful. But
I think maybe the bone bows, because they get 2 attacks, right?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
and not to like give away the horse here either, but the Bobos have a lower power stat,
Yeah.
so they're more likely to fail. Now the dice could screw us on this, but
I mean, we need all the advantage we get.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Okay.
yeah.
You know what? Yeah, I'm going for the center. So, yeah.
Here it
Do I
comes.
roll
And
D20s or is it just you rolling?
He's going to roll for the bone bows and the catapults.
Okay, what are they-
have to pass a DC 13 power test.
Okay, that is only an 8 plus 4 is 12 for the bone bows.
Failed.
And the bone bows are on their last.
We're done.
You have broken the bone bows. They are gone, baby.
You're done.
So
You're done.
the blue dragonflight unleashes this lightning breath across the battlefield, targeted up into the sky, which slams down into the bone bows. And then the catapults also have to make one. Oh, they did. They succeeded. They got a 14 plus whatever.
No.
So the catapults succeeded, but the bone bows are gone. It's coming down to it, guys. Okay. I think that's it for the blue dragonflight.
Yeah.
All right, Farron, you're up.
Okay, so the last nasties that we have are the blood swallows.
Yeah.
the
I
lasty
think
of the nasties.
I think I'm gonna go after them with the rangers.
Okay.
I smell a nat 20. Where's it at?
Come on.
You have inspiration.
You
I'm gonna
are-
use
you're-
inspiration.
You're in the
First
fire.
roll's a 3.
First roll was
Find
a
one of them
3.
chat inspos. All right, fingers crossed.
Oh, second one.
6.
6 plus.
Oh, man. Okay.
All right.
Ooh.
Well, so 6 plus,
funny.
I don't know what their attack is, plus
You-
5 probably.
You do
Does
get
not get there.
to rally the Gears infantry. I
You can
believe.
try to rally
yeah.
the Gears infantry. So you're going to
Yes.
make a morale test or command
Morale
test?
test, DC
Morale test with
13 with
advantage.
advantage.
Yeah, DC 13 with advantage. So roll 2d20s. We'll take the higher.
Hey,
That passes.
Yep.
Got
So
it.
they return in any area in the center with 1 casualty, wherever you'd like to put them.
where do you want them? They have to be in the center.
Well,
Just saying, I think I'm about to get my orcs. This might be your best bet. Well, actually, where you are is good. Actually, sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay. And they've rallied. They actually get to go.
Yeah,
They get to go right now.
sweet. We'll go after the foot soldiers right in front of them.
Let's do it.
Yes,
Oh,
that's a
that's
17.
17 plus whatever is going to deal 1 casualty to the foot soldiers there in front of the infantry next to the
They
rangers.
are now
Put them in the middle
diminished.
and
They
then
are
move
now
them
diminished. They've got to
one
make
forward.
a morale test, right?
Oh, well,
Fail it. Fail it. Fail it, you bugs.
please.
They have advantage because they're humans.
Please,
Oh, they
please.
pass. They do
Come
pass.
Come on.
I will never play Dungeons and Dragons again.
They get a 15.
They get a
to keep
15.
their
They pass.
casualty.
Yep. Okay. Okay, I think that's everything from Farron's units. Soren, you can try to No, your Gears infantry is gone, aren't they?
Yeah, they're
They're gone,
Garrick
gone.
has been beheaded and his head is on
Yeah.
a pike.
And
Yes.
roll for prayer, you're up to a 45. 45 or less.
The Trippy Dip line is over. Can I use inspiration on this if I don't like my roll?
I'll allow it.
Okay. I gotta get under a 45. Please, Saint Room, give this to me.
Yes. Okay. So
That's a 41.
the battle becoming desperate. Several of your units being broken, rallied, and broken again. A few of the enemy units being broken, but some of their heaviest hitters about to enter the keep. Soren, you gain access to the Temperate Host. Just mass of angels descend from the sky riding Pegasi as the heavenly host, the choirs of angels sing, "Oh," just as these troops bear down on the battlefield, and you are going to go ahead and get to activate those. So this is an aerial unit, guys. This is our first time seeing one of these. This is a tier 5 unit. These guys are fucking bonkers, okay? So Soren, your prayers paid off. Saint Rune the Temperate. And so I think we also see, not only is Soren sitting in the chapel praying desperately, but we actually cut and we pan and we see a full-scale mass going on in the cathedral of St. Rune, and there's like, you know, nuns and priests with like censers with smoking incense, like sort of walking down the pews as, you know, like 50 or 60, you know, people are like praying and speaking in celestial and trying to intercess on Soren's behalf for this amazing feat of faith. And as they do, the heavens split open and the temperate host descends. Soren, what do they do? Who are they going to attack?
Beautiful. Is there a card for them that I can see?
Oh, yes, I didn't give them to you. Yes.
Right.
No, I don't think I gave them to you. Yeah, I don't think I gave them to you because they were special and hidden.
They're so
I didn't want everyone to know
cool,
what they could do.
unique.
They do bonker stuff. So aerials can attack anything on the battlefield. These guys have Chorus of Victory. As an action, choose a rank on the battlefield. Each allied unit will increment its casualty die and have advantage on attack tests. Mass protection against evil. Any opposed artillery unit must succeed a DC 15 morale tank test to enter your vanguard. That doesn't really apply. And holy and undead fiends have disadvantage. That would be the Blood Swallows. The Blood Swallows are going to have disadvantage on attack tests because technically they are like fiendish because they're gnolls. So, but you also have +7 attack, +6 defense. You get 2 attacks for 2 damage each. These guys are batshit.
Hell yeah. And they function like cavalry.
They function like cavalry. They're like cavalry on crack. And you can...
They're actually better than cavalry because they aren't restricted to attacking exposed units.
Exactly.
They're like artillery in that they can attack
anybody.
Yeah. Okay.
Get them. Just get them.
So you have summoned the power of God and anime on your side.
I have the power of God and anime on my side.
And so, as this host descends from the heaven, who are they targeting? Where are they going?
At first, I wanted to say the catapults, but we got to get rid of these fucking blood swallows.
Well, you get 2 attacks, so.
Oh my god, we get 2 attacks! Alright, well, attack 1's going towards those blood swallows, baby.
Alright, let her rip.
God hates gnolls.
Okay, so 11 plus
Saint
7.
Rune the Temperate.
Saint Rune the Temperate hates gnolls.
It's not yet clear how God feels about them. So God, 11 plus 7 is an 18 to hit. That will do it.
Hits. That breaks them.
That breaks the gnolls.
Yeah!
Gnolls are down, baby.
Oh, what a
the
turnaround.
chorus of angels. You know how I said earlier I had never played Dungeons and Dragons again? That's changed.
You went
had
from
my eyes opened.
You went from I'll never play Dungeons and Dragons again to a literal host of angels descended on my enemies, thanks to one lucky roll.
I have been chosen.
I've seen the light, literally.
Hell yes! All right,
okay.
Attack 2.
Attack number 2 because they get 2 of these bad boys.
That's right. Attack number 2 is going to go. It's going to go after the. Should it go after the foot soldiers in the rear so that the other cavalry can attack the catapults?
That's a good idea.
Maybe it would take at least... Yeah, because they could knock them out theoretically in one hit. Yeah. If you hit, and they probably will because they've got crazy attack.
That's right. They're going after the Paladin's foot soldiers in the rear.
Let's go.
Right on.
With 9 plus 7 to
That does it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's minus
and
1.
then a 19 plus
like 5.
6. So 25.
Yep, that does it. So Peloton's unit is broken.
Shredded.
Disgusting.
So the rear collapses.
Saint Rune the Temperate.
Yeah. Shout out to Saint Rune.
Shout out to my homie Saint Rune,
hey,
my boy.
If this battle is going to last like 4 rounds, coming in exactly in the middle is the kind of thing Saint Rune the Temperate would do.
Yeah.
Didn't want to give it too early.
Most temperate thing to do.
Didn't want to give you the units too early and throw the balance off. Didn't want to give it too late and it be too late. Just right smack in the middle, baby. GG's for Saint Rune.
For flavor, we see Sherrick McTrippy Dippy, the son of Derek, Boba Fett to Jango Fett style, holding his father's head against his own head, and then he looks up and he sees the chorus of angels.
Yes. And I think in this moment, as the chorus of angels charge, one of the angels like looks down at the kid and gives him like an eye to eye thing, and the kid's eyes glow, and he's now an Aasimar.
Yes.
So whoever Sherrick McTrippy Dippy is, whenever somebody plays him as a PC in the future, that kid's an Aasimar. All right.
Yeah.
He's been
But
touched.
the angel who did it was Eric McTrippy Dippy, the first one that died.
Yeah.
He's ascended to the heavenly host.
Happened.
He's ascended to the heavenly host.
That's right.
The lore, the McTrippy Dippy lore, it runs deep, guys.
Oh my God.
I know you thought you were watching the Siege of Castle Rend, but really you were watching the origin story of the McTrippy Dippies. Okay, so your infantry cannot return, correct?
No, they are dead.
Where did they go? Did we delete them?
I think you deleted them.
Whoops.
Oh wait, yeah,
They have
no,
a
you
big
deleted
old
them.
X on them. I don't know.
No, that's
That's
Farron's
Big
unit.
ol' X.
Mine are
sorry.
gone. Mine got deleted. They
No,
no longer exist.
no. I switched them. Okay, so these are Farron's unit. Farron's unit is still a real boy
Right.
and has one
Oh yeah,
unit.
Swords.
Gears, I just grabbed the wrong one is what happened. There were 2 units of Gears infantry and I just snagged the wrong guy. Okay, boom. There we go. Okay. We count points now.
Oh, goodness.
We have
I'll do the
8.
enemy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They have 7, you have 8. So nobody wins yet.
Oh, excuse me. I forgot the temperate host.
Oh, so you have-
We actually have 13.
So still nobody
is-
wins. Almost there.
1
It's
point
better, though.
away.
Okay.
It's better.
Silas, you're up.
Okay.
This is really
All right.
that temperate host really swung the battle.
Oh my- it's
incidentally, as you're thinking of what to do, Silas, guess what?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know where you want to put those. But this the very weak, wimpy little owlin
It sounded like
horn.
a kazoo. I want to be clear. It was full like owl beak made it.
Yeah, very hard. Is responded to by the beating of orcish war drums and the sounding of orcish horns in the forest as the Bloodwalkers race forth from behind Castle Rend to join the fray. Place those where you will, Silas. Take actions
okay.
with your crew and your Bloodwalkers. Let's roll.
Okay, so the crew will act first. I think they're just gonna like run through the castle and just aim their bows directly into the Peloton foot soldiers' faces.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
why shoot up when you can shoot them in the face?
Okay, so you're you have the
so,
crew.
Yeah, I
right?
gotta hit the crew first.
Okay, yeah, you're going. Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Let it rip.
That's an 8 plus 4, which actually
That'll do
hits.
Is it 12? That 12 hits their defense.
Okay, so they take 1. The power was a 5, so they don't take an extra.
Okay.
Unless they wait, do they have to pass a thing or?
They passed it last time. They were diminished
Got
to
it.
begin with, and
You're good.
they had passed it before.
Then the Bloodwalkers, with their orc leader, the Forgotten Son,
Yeah,
Barrack McTrippy Dippy.
Yeah, I guess. But this is also this is Bonebreaker Dorcor herself races in with her great axe
I
wound.
see.
So if you'd like
Okay.
McTrippy Dippy to be part of this charge, that is certainly fine. But
There is a
obviously our
half-orc
top
Barrack
general.
McTrippy Dippy who is a
Yes.
far disconnect cousin of the family.
But they are also going to attack the Peloton foot soldiers. Now, let me show you
incidentally, though, as they race past that unit of Gear's infantry, you see Gear gives them a dirty look.
Oh, you said, yeah. That's
He
right.
would.
I also want to make it
Okay.
clear, Gear is a half orc, and he gives these
Yeah.
orcs a rather nasty stare.
Okay, yeah, this is going to be mean.
It's possible he has daddy issues.
Does
Sorry.
Bonebreaker glance at Gear and does he look familiar to her?
I don't believe he does, no.
That's like a 21. to hit.
21.
21 will hit Peloton's foot soldiers.
And
And
then a
9.
5 plus 9, yeah, just not quite enough to break them,
Quite enough
but
to break 'em. Whew.
they're hurting.
Good hit.
Yeah.
Good hit.
Okay.
I think that's my
Peloton's
turn.
henchmen number 1 have been knocked off the board. No, they actually get a chance to recuperate.
Fail.
Ooh.
Their command is their morale's a plus. It's morale? Their morale's a +1.
Can I use inspiration to give them disadvantage?
No. Okay, so
I
they
want to uninspire them.
they do return to the battlefield with 1 casualty. I don't think it matters what ranks do or don't collapse on their side, so they are going to charge into the maw of death at the Bloodwalkers. So this one unit of foot soldiers just like, and really what it is like Peloton threatened to kill them all with Cone of Cold, and so they turned around and hightailed it back into the battle.
Hey, remind me what a follow-up specifically is. You moving twice is not a follow-up, correct?
A follow-up is a reaction that infantry units can take when an opposing infantry unit moves away from them. They can make a command test to occupy that space.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. So, yeah. All right.
Okay.
I just wanted to make sure I was missing an ability.
But they won't get to attack because they have double moved to get there. And that's Pelton Henchman 1. Do they have any other... That's Henchperson 4. They don't. So that brings us to Roz. You can try to remuster the Yowling Commandos.
Whew. Here goes.
Yowl.
+4. They're coming back.
They're
with
coming
a
back,
17.
baby. Yow!
And they are going to come back here.
Okay.
They are immediately going to activate and attack Peloton's foot soldiers.
Beautiful. Let her rip.
Nice.
Oh,
Yes.
I like that.
Okay.
That's an 11 plus 5. 16 will meet their defense.
They've got to roll their thing. So
they
that's
are
2d20 K1 plus 1 for their morale test on that. They do make their morale test with a 20.
The power test is a 20. It's a nat 20. So it's going to hit. The Yowling Commandos are veterans of 1,000 wars, which means when they attack a lower tiered unit, they actually deal 2 damage with the power test.
That's right. Okay, so they take 2 damage, and then it was a nat 20, so they have to make another test, right?
DC 15 morale test, or they take an additional casualty.
Okay, K1 plus 1.
It's a big one.
Oh, that's another 19 plus 1
They're
is
well
20.
trained, I'll give them that.
Yeah, so they're down to 1 casualty apiece between the foot soldiers and the commandos.
And
as Meowraya, Yowling leads her commandos back into battle.
Nasty.
That's it for the Yowling Commandos.
Okay. Henchperson number 2 has 1 unit of foot soldiers and the catapults. The catapults are going to hit the fortifications, are they? Maybe they should attack some people. No, they're going to go after the, it's 1d4 plus 2. They're just going to go after the fort. I think that's 6. Whoo, boy. So they deal...
That means that the fortifications have 1 hit point.
Yeah, fortifications have 1 hit point, so the walls take an
rough.
absolute beating this round as the catapults launch. They'll have to load for next round, however. And then henchperson number 2 is this unit of foot soldiers near the blue dragonflight. They are going to attack again. Okay, so that is a 16 plus something. I think that hits the blue dragonflight for the attack test. However, that is going to...
plus.
What's the plus? Because they have a 17.
Plus 3.
Okay.
So it's a 19 total.
Barely.
Yeah. Okay. So that is 1 more casualty on the blue dragonflight. However, the 3 plus 2 for 5 on the power test is not going to do it. Okay, that's everything for henchperson number 2. Henchperson number 4 has the cavalry and has... I think that's it. No, and then they've got this unit of foot soldiers. So the cavalry is going to go for the Yowling Commandos. They've got that's a 2 plus something not enough. 2 plus 4.
Not enough.
So the Yowling Commandos managed to make it into the tower before the cavalry can really attack them from the rear. The foot soldiers are going to go after... They've got to go after Gear's infantry. They just do. Sorry, Gear. Okay, that is a 13 plus 3 to hit is 16.
That hits.
Okay. So that does take Gear's infantry off the board for the final time. Both units of Gear's infantry
Boys
been
have had a rough few
broken.
weeks.
So the Territon boys are they're driven hence from the castle. Okay. That's henchperson 4. They've attacked with their infantry. They've attacked with their cavalry. Oh, the Yowling Commandos. Oh, couldn't set for charge because they didn't actually get hit. Okay.
Correct.
That brings us to Peloton.
I would not have let that go by. Don't worry.
Yeah. They are going to try to rally the Bone Bows and the Blood Swallows. So we got 1D.
Could Gear's infantry have set for charge when they got...
They got hit by the foot soldiers, so no.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, you're good.
Misunderstood.
No, it's all good. Okay, so I'm going to move the Temperate Host just so I can see him better on screen.
Oh, wait. Did the Temperate Host, did they attack the Blood Swallows, right?
Yes.
So the Blood Swallows could have technically set for charge if you wanted.
Yeah, I'm not going to go back and redo that.
All right.
It's passed and I missed it. Okay, we're going to make morale tests for the Bone Bows. They get a +1. Trying to beat a 13 here. Ooh,
boo, boo,
that's a
it's
nat 20. That means they come back with 2 casualties.
Woo!
Boo
And
this
then-
man.
It
Okay.
won't be enough for them. It won't protect them.
And then the Blood Swallows come back with 1 casualty on a 13. Okay,
Double boo.
so
Now we'll get them.
actually, yeah, the Blood Swallows will come back here and they'll double move towards Orin's Rangers. But they
Nasty.
they can move through their own unit, can't they? Or can they? Does anyone know?
Yes, they can move through their own unit, but only if they have enough movement to spend to do
Get
so.
the other place. Okay, they can, so they're good. And then the Bone Bows have 2 attacks. Oh god, here we go. Their first attack against the Yowling Commandos.
How did I know?
Yeah.
Hold on. Any opposed infantry or artillery unit must succeed a DC 15 morale test to enter the vanguard of this unit's side. Because the
Yep.
Temperate Host has mass protection against evil.
That's
He's
only a
right.
10. Okay, so the Knoll Blood Swallows, as fearsome as they are stuck in the opposing rank.
Nice.
The
They're not able
chorus
to
of
make it in.
angels says, "Get the fuck out of here!"
They begin to rally with the demonic hunger of Yinogu in their eyes. However, they see the angels flying down from literal heaven to fuck everybody up, and they are a little scared. Okay,
Oh man, we needed that.
yeah.
man.
Okay, the Knoll Bone Bows. They have rolled
They
a
missed their first
7
one.
plus
6.
7
Right.
plus 6 is 13, right?
Against the and 14.
Okay, and then second attack.
Miss again.
Ooh, nope. 19 plus 7 is 26.
Yeah,
Yowling
it's gonna
Commandos
hit.
are-
It's not going to deal casualties, but
Okay.
the power test
The power
does
test does
succeed.
succeed.
The Yowling Commandos are driven
Are
from
broken permanently. Okay, that is the Bone Bows. It's a swingy fight, guys. Whew.
All right, we still have God.
Peloton's henchperson number 3 is going to move forward and attack the crew.
Oh, good luck.
Okay, they've got a 16 plus 3 is 19 to hit.
Yeah, I do have an ability here called "Fuck You DM" that just says they just die.
Oh, okay.
No, it is obviously.
Okay, so that's 1 casualty, and then I've got a 16 plus 2 is 18
Yep.
on the toughness or on the power test.
Yeah.
So they take 2 casualties total.
Yeah.
Okay. And then who else do I have from henchperson number 3? I have these guys. They're gonna try to make a morale test to enter the vanguard. That's a nat 1. So
Get thou
I'm gonna
out of
say,
here.
I'm gonna say not only do they not enter the vanguard, they suffer a casualty. I think that's fair. They look at the angels, and some of the guys are just like, "Yo, fuck this, I'm out."
The angels do a full drive-by.
Hallelujah, hallelujah. And they're like, "Nah, this ain't it, bro. I'll fight these motherfuckers in this fort, but you want me to fight God? Not today. Not today," I said. Okay, so that's Peloton Henchperson 3. Cannot enter the vanguard. Cannot attack. So that's it. Perdita.
All right, so now Perdita is looking at this, and of course, Bonus Mom knows that we're going to be counting points in a little while, and Perdita does not know that. So I'm looking at this battle, and I'm deciding what is it that she would do. And you think the Knoll Bonebos would be a good suggestion?
Yeah,
I
they're
can't
way
get to the-
squishier than the Blood Swallows. They're worth a good number of points, and those 2 attacks they have every round are pretty nasty. So
Even worse
Yeah,
than what the
they're-
catapult can do against the building.
yeah, the catapult has to rest in between attacks every round, so
So we have one more.
you've got another
chance.
extra round
All
before
right,
your
so
castle gets
Perdita
busted.
goes, after the Knoll Bonebos, who have 2
Kiddo.
casualty points, right?
Yep.
So
And I get a +4 to this 2 d20s that I'm going to roll. What happened? No. And I don't think I have
Oh no,
any inspiration left
that's a 2.
because nobody gave me any. Yeah, so I'm sorry. There's nothing I
Rip.
can do.
I
I'm
don't give
healthy,
inspiration.
I beg
In
your
the channel
pardon?
points in the Twitch chat.
I literally don't know what that means. Hold
Okay.
on one second.
In the chat, there's a little gold pieces thing.
Time stops for a moment.
It's gonna feel real bad when we
Someone
give
has
her
saved up
inspiration.
12,000 channel points watching Ages of
Oh,
Ainor.
apparently I was wrong, and I do have chat inspiration. However, the way I'm rolling, it might not do
Yeah,
me
well.
any good. So I roll a 1.
Roll another d20. Yep.
Okay.
Right. I'm a big fan.
Oh wait,
Do
I'm
it.
hitting the.
I
wrong
watch all the time.
thing. Give me a moment.
And
Please,
your
angels
reward is
on
that maybe
high.
this will work.
Please
Crush them.
smile on the pussycat.
That's gonna do
Oh,
it.
15
I rolled
they're
a
plus,
broken.
15 plus 4 would be a 19.
that will
against
hit.
the nose.
So that is 1 damage on the power test. What and your toughness hits
Attack
2.
test.
Yeah, so both on your attack test, your power test hits
My-
2.
And my power test was,
Was a 13, yeah.
13
Was-
plus 4 is 17.
So the bone bows are broken.
Finally, the
Yes.
old guard has got its feet under it, and Perdita's decided to keep her not so fat ass on the horse.
Excellent. Okay. So the old guard finally take out the bone bows for good. Anna. First things
All right.
first, I guess you got a d6 to roll, yeah?
Oh yeah. Ooh, can
2.
I try and strike the roll again?
You could if you
I
want,
mean,
although you also can
I
just
don't think
attack
you'll
stuff.
really need it. You have these guys right in front of you who are like, I don't know. It's up to you, but like, these guys are squishy, and we need to get them out.
Yeah. So I guess it like how would that?
So
would it just-
Or you can move into the tower and hit these dudes who are about to die anyway. But it's up to you.
Okay, hold on. I'm good. Okay, so if I just like attack normally, it would just be
it would be 2 d20s
okay.
plus your the first one plus your attack bonus, the second one plus your power bonus.
You could also, if this is a recommendation, move to the left into the tower, attack the foot soldiers in the center, and take
Yeah.
them off the board.
Yeah. And that's
Yeah.
probably tactically a better move.
All right, I'll do that.
Okay.
Were those foot soldiers broken before?
They have not been broken yet. I don't
Gotcha.
think.
Until now.
Until now. All right. Go ahead and roll 2d20. The blue dragonflight, I'm sure, it's 11
Oh, wait,
plus,
that's a +6. That's 17 to
Yeah.
hit.
So that will
That does it.
take their last casualty out. So the Peloton's foot soldiers have been broken for the first time. This unit of them anyway. Okay. And that is from the blue dragonflight. And the blue dragonflight only gets 1 attack though, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the dragonflight scoots over into the tower and takes out that unit that was attacking your archers. I think that's it. I don't think it has any other units. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
Farron,
Farron.
you are up. You've got your rangers. You've got these foot soldiers who are low. You know the blood swallows are back on the field. There's these other foot. You got a lot of targets. Your target-rich environment. What are you gonna do?
I think I'm gonna go after the foot soldiers to my left.
Okay. Let her rip.
All them D20s.
Sweet,
Oh, yeah.
That's a 14.
That's gonna take him out.
It's beautiful.
Okay.
You love to see it. You love to see it.
That's not the one I want. This is the first time they've been broken, so they're here. Okay. All right. So that is going to take out that unit of foot soldiers. Your infantry has been broken twice, so they can't reform. I think that's it for Farron. Okay, Soren, your infantry's been broken and can't reform. However, you have the power of God and anime on your side.
That's right. The power of God and anime has wrestled victory from the jaws of defeat.
You can feel Naruto's power.
No.
First attack, obviously, these blood swallows got to go. They got
Yeah,
too
let's
many
do it.
points. It's an 11 plus 7.
That'll hit, baby.
So they are gone.
So the blood swallows, who were too afraid of God to even attempt to take the field, have now been chased and driven forth by the angels of heaven itself.
If you won't come to the Lord will come to you.
Says the senior and
Eric McTrippy Dippy
Eric
leading
and-
the host of angels.
yeah, and a couple of the McTrippy Dippies at this point are up there.
Yeah. Most of the McTrippy Dippy family is in this host of angels. And then second attack, these
I
foot
think we
soldiers
see
here look like
which.
they're
What's
about to
the?
go.
Is it Sherrick McTrippy? What's the kid that we decided?
Sherrick is the
Sherrick.
Boba Fett
And I think
kid.
Sherrick watches this
Barrick is in the
happen.
Bloodwalkers.
And I think Sherrick is just like standing there with the blue dragonflight on the tower, just going like, "That's my dad! That's my fucking dad!" As they drive the gnolls forth from the field. Okay. Anything else?
Second attack.
Yes, second attack. Right. How could I forget?
Yeah. Taking out these other foot soldiers here in the vanguard.
Okay.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let her rip.
Get off my lawn. That's a 9 plus 7.
Yeah, that's like
it hits.
18.
Yeah.
16. Okay. And they had one left, so bloop, bloop. They are broken. And they are driven
Thank
from
you
the
so
field.
much for these angels. They've made my life so much better.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
They're one of the few
It
things
was
that
looking
actually
dark
hit
there
anyway.
for a second,
Yeah.
guys. I was
Yeah.
super
Yeah.
worried, but then that roll came through. Okay, count the points. 2, 3, 4. They've got 4 points.
on our side.
They've got 4 points. You guys have 14.
14.
We have 14?
You have 5,
Holy
6, 7,
crap.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I see 14. Yep. Okay, well, that's going to do it. So, with that,
gotta
the
split.
heavenly host.
How come you only see 14? I'm just curious.
Maybe I'm missing somebody. I see
Because the old
5.
guard has 6, Oran's right.
No. It's the
Old guard
tier
has
of the
2.
unit.
It's the so the first
Oh,
Roman
I have
numeral.
been counting the wrong thing,
Yeah.
huh?
Yeah, so the 6 is the casualty. So that's the size of that's the number of casualties that a unit can take. The first Roman
Oh, that's
numeral, which
where it
is
is. The-
1, 2, 3, up to 5, is the tier of a unit.
Mhm.
And I regret to say that the temperate host legally could not have been deployed because based on the tier rules, we would have to have at least 2 tier 4 units to support them. However, this is D&D and it's a fun story.
Well, and the other thing too, though, is when you petition a unit from a
Correct.
realm,
From
it
an
doesn't count
ally.
against. Yeah, and so God is your ally today, Soren. And the other thing too is Soren spent his entire downtime petitioning for this is what we decided, and we decided there was a chance that they wouldn't show up at all, right? We could have rolled bad the whole time, and it would have been real bad. So you know.
But I'm still seeing 9 instead of
Okay, well, we've
7,
got
aren't
5 for the Temperate Host, 2 for the Old Guard, 1 for Oran's Ranger, 2 for Bloodwalkers gets us to 10, 3 for the Dragonflight, and 1 for the crew gets us to 14.
What about the old guard? Did you
They were
say
2,
that?
yeah, 5
Yeah,
for the
they're
Temperate
2.
Host, 2 for the
Okay.
Old Guard, 3 for Orin's Rangers, 4 up to 10 for when we get to the Bloodwalkers, 13 for the Dragonflight, and 14 for the crew.
Okay,
We
gotcha.
got there. But that definitely is more than double the 4 points that they have left at this point. So they don't even get a chance to try to reform any of these units. They are just, oh no, they have 5, I guess. Anyway, they're just driven out. So in the 5th round of combat, when you guys fight Sir Peloton, you will get the benefits of the victory here. So the Angels swooping down, the Bloodwalkers racing in to aid, and the remaining few units you have left, the crew, 1 ragged band of archers, win victory this day. And as they do, the heavenly host sort of laps the castle one last time and ascends into the sky. The Bloodwalkers sort of make an orcish kind of salute of some kind as they charge back off into the forest on their own business. The crew disband and begin to make their way back to Bedegar. And of course, the Blue Dragonflight fade into the ether. Many are wounded. Many are dead. I believe I'm going to roll for Gear and Meowraya today. So this is for Gear, 50 or lower, or 40, yeah, 49 or lower and Gear is dead, 50 or higher and he lives today. That is a 61. Gear has survived the battle.
Oh,
And Meowraya, same treatment. That is a 30. Meowraya has lost at least one of her lives today. I guess I should roll a D9.
Yeah, roll it 9 times. Yeah.
I'm gonna roll a D9 and see how many. Meowraya had
close.
2 lives left and is
Close
on
shave.
now her last life. And friends, with that is where we are going to leave the break today. Now, I know this has been a long episode, and we have even longer to go. We are going to take a break. Let's give it. Can we do 10, or do you guys want 20 minutes in full? Because we've been here for 3 hours. So, or do we want to try and come back sooner so we can maybe get out sooner? I don't know what you guys have going on.
I could do 10 if anyone needs 20.
I'm fine with 10.
Everyone says
10's
10.
fine.
Okay. All right,
10
guys. So
sounds good.
we are going to take a 10-minute break. We're going to be back at 9:50. And then we will have the D&D combat, and then should our characters survive that, we will have the denouement of this this leg of the adventure. So thanks for hanging out, everybody. We're going to throw it a break, and we will be back with you here in just 10 minutes.
Let me tell a tale of a world where heroes walk among us, fighting through the darkness left by monsters and by selfish men. A tale of glory rent asunder, sacrifice and battles lost. Our heroes know not what awaits them, and still they carry on. Let me sing a song of a family forged by trials and woe. On their own they falter, but together they will write their own tale of glory rent asunder, sacrifice and battles lost. Our heroes know not what awaits them, and still they carry on. What was rent shall be restored. What was lost now shall be found. The price of valor ever rising, but victory brings new so